It's not the great part of the year to be doing that, but I still love hanging out there for relaxing, so I don't care. Far or few between.
Something
Hello?
important. You pretending like you guys don't speak.
I can hear everybody talking.
I muted them. I'm sorry, Bob.
Let me get a drink of water before I go live. Yeah, I tried to explain everything outside, but it's real windy and people don't like hearing all that wind. And I
Yeah.
didn't realize it was so loud on the speakers. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to make me a little cover to put over my speakers here. And my speakers is on my it's on my webcam, so I can make a cover and cover it up. And then when I go outside, you won't hear all of that wind noise.
What channel are you using? I want to subscribe to you. I heard you have like 4.
Yeah, I do. I'm using T-Bob, skip a space, Kermit. That's my newest channel. I don't have a lot of people watching on that channel. I need subscribers on that channel. And let me see. I'll tell you all of them right now. Just let me know when you're ready for the next one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I also have EOC, Skip a Spot, T-Bob.
What's it called? Hold on a second.
2 arms up. That's my logo. I made that. That same logo is on her coffee cup that I sent her. Okay, the next one is T-Bob, Skip a Space, Conservatives. It's got,
Okay.
got a red bell on that. I created that bell against that flag just to piss Rob DeHaven off because that bell is his logo, only I changed it to where he can't say it's his logo. Because like he said, a lot of people use a bell. Anybody can use a bell.
Yeah.
So to this day, that pisses him off to the point he removed the bell off of his social network. That's how upset about it he got. And I did that because he tried to do that to Mark Connors. So I did it to him instead. That really pissed him off. Okay, the other one is all one word, T-Bobs with an apostrophe. So T-B-O-B apostrophe S. And then skip a space, podcaster, review, and something I forgot. But anyway, just it'll have a blue background with a pyramid that I drew, and you can't miss that one.
Okay. Got it. Yep. Got all 4 of them. Thanks.
Okay, now, yeah, but I have another one,
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
and you really want to follow this one because it's the oldest of my brand new channels. I haven't really tried to get subscribers on these, but on this one, I've got about 655 subs, I guess, on this one. This one's simply named Trumpster Bob. Skip a space in between Trumpster and Bob. It's got 1 arm up instead of 2. So I believe that's 5 channels altogether. But I do operate on all of those channels, so yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I have to because they keep reporting my videos. When I'm too tired to delete a video, I know they're going to report kind of thing. But sometimes I only get a warning on them, and sometimes I get a strike. So I got to be careful what channels I go live on. And, when I go live on them, just got to use a little common sense.
Yeah, for sure. What'd you do for your channels to get striked, Bob?
Oh, you can do anything. They'll find the littlest thing to report you about.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oops. We are live. I didn't even realize. I just put us live right as we started talking. So go get the live feed and go share it over at Kermit and Friends for me.
I did. Nobody's joining though.
No, not the panel. I don't want them on the panel. Go share where we're live at. Here, I'll share it for you. Here, hold on.
Yeah, of course. I didn't share the panel. No. I shared the YouTube link that you're on.
He'll be over here. Wheezy blocked me because he's mad at me, but he does not understand that I have to do things the way I have to do them. I cannot at any point do anything to get along with Rob behavior. So if he's over there whispering and talking into Lisa's ear, which he has since the day he landed over there, I cannot be seen as getting along with her because that's detrimental to everything. And so I'll never do that. And as long as she is allowing them to control her and her show the way that she is, I'll never have anything to do with her show. She's going to have to get rid of every one of those people, or she will never be allowed to have it and keep a job again for the rest of her entire life.
Who? Captain, what's his name? Cruncher or
No, at least
Captain.
it's Jordana. They got see Rob and Team Hate. They're the ones that caused her boss to act the way that he did. When he first came over here, or not over here, but over on her show, he was a really nice guy. She really used to look up to him and love him back then. But somewhere along the lines, he turned. He turned from night to day. He turned, and the only thing that came into play was Rob DeHaven and Team Hate have been talking to all of her co-workers and him almost practically every single day, if not every single day. And that's why all of her co-workers have been whispering behind her back and, been being rude to her, outright rude to her, and very belligerent. And the men have come at her like she's lower than, a human or a man or whatever you call that.
Yeah, well, I heard she quit. She doesn't even work there anymore.
Quit. That is right. She did quit. But she quit because Rob DeHaven and Team Hate got to her boss and convinced him that she was a whore, that she would sleep with anybody, that she's a slut, and that she was. And then their last ditch effort was to convince her boss that she was a man. And he used my life strength to do that so he could accuse me and say, no, that was Bob who did that. I've never talked to her fucking boss. I'll call some bitch right now and prove it to you. And anybody in her office, if she wants to come up here and call them, I'll talk to them. And I guarantee you, I've never talked to these people. I've never talked to any of these people unless it was on her live stream. See? Ever. Not one time, except for a boss one time. But that was almost a year and a half ago. It was way over a year ago. But Rob has been talking to her boss ever since. So Rob is the one that convinced her boss that he could come on to her like that and he could get a piece of that. Easy. What? Oh, yeah. I already know about this. He was already talking about how he was going to have it videotaped and all of that crap. And the reality of it is that it's really sad. But she doesn't even realize right now that Rob DeHaven runs Kermit and Friends. She no longer runs it. And if she shuts down Kermit and Friends, if she finally realizes this, then it will not help her. He will not allow her to keep a job. And any man that she gets with, he will continue to come in between them. Cappy is the last man she needs to run to for help because all of Team Hate will constantly be whispering and talking to all of IP2 to beat her up and to go after her in every single way that you could imagine.
I was going to say something. So she pretty much fucked herself then, eh?
Well, she has done that in every way possible.
Poor Lisa. I mean, she's constantly, I feel like she's getting herself in a lot of trouble, especially nowadays with, she's like, what, she's trying to set you up, and I heard she was trying to set up Leaf. She's trying to set up, Captain content too. She was trying to set up Captain content for like a sexual harassment charge. She's trying to set up Leaf to like make him.
She can't do that whenever she's been seen coming onto him, kissing him. And
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. She's out of her mind. And let me tell you who's behind all of that. Rob DeHaven was behind all of that because the only one she hasn't gone after to try to use like that is Rob DeHaven and Team Hate. Rob DeHaven 100% has had her ear all this the entire time he has been in KAF. And every time that they have pretended that he's no longer there, they ran him off and they brought me back in like this last time. He's always been there. He's always been there. So as soon as she admitted to me that he was now her producer again, bye, I'm out of there. I will have not a fucking thing to do with Kermit and Friends as long as a single one of those people are allowed to be in her Discord ever again. And I mean that 1,000%. In fact, I'll give you $1,000 if she allows them to be in her Discord and I go back and stay in there the second I know that one of them are in there and she does not get rid of them.
Oh yeah. No. She's not the type of girl she won't get rid of people. She's only banned a couple of people from her Discord. Yeah. And one of them was me. And she banned a couple others, but they always come back. They can always come back.
Not always. No, they don't always. No, they don't always. They do not always come back.
I'm saying they can always come back though.
Oh yeah, of course. But here's the picture. Here's the real picture. Hold on, let me get this for this person, real quick.
Okay, take your
This
time.
this is what you and especially she does not understand. She is so dumb. Swear to God, she really is.
Okay.
She's really dumb, and I'll tell you why. She should have listened to me a year and a half ago, because everything that has happened to her this past month, I told her was going to happen to her a year and a half ago. I told her to get rid of Rob DeHaven a year and a half ago in Team Hate, and they would never do that. And
Yeah.
if they even allow H. Brogan to be in there, or just Rick, just one of those people, she is fucked for the rest of her life of ever having or keeping another job, unless Rob DeHaven allows her to have a job. She
Yeah.
is right now owned by Rob DeHaven. However, he's going to let her think that she still runs Kermit and Friends, and she'll put her foot down and, okay, well, Rob listened to me. Yeah, I'm still the boss. I think. Yeah, she's real confident. Look, I've seen them do this not one time or two times, but many times to a lot of people. Some have more money than she does. But she's so big headed. Bob, I got 20 years experience. There's no way. They have no chance of bringing me down, Bob. They could never do that. Never, ever. Like, it's not even possible. What happened? They've taken her down. I told her a year and a half ago, I said, Elisa, one day, probably within a year from now or so, you're going to look up, you're going to look around, and you're going to say, damn, where did all my help go? Where did all my buddies and my friends go? And you're going to need help,
Yeah.
because they're going to find a way to get rid of Leaf, because they almost did originally. And then I came back and I said, well, you see what happened to Leaf? That's going to happen, but next time or the time after, he's going to leave for good. That did happen. And I told her she's going to look up, look around, and there's not going to be a single soul that's going to be able to help her, because Team Hate done got rid of everybody around her. And I told her, when you see that, you're going to look up, and the only person you're going to see offering to help you, or that you might reach out to and be able to get to help you, will be Rob DeHaven. And that exact thing is exactly what took place.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think she knows what she's doing. I think
She
she's
doesn't
just.
have a clue on all of this. And all she's got to do is reach out to me and ask for help. And I think I am the only person that can save her show and save her career and her life at this point. Because I'm telling you, this is how Rob DeHaven does everything. This is the only reason he's got a woman living with him, because he has conned her into it too. But she's getting ready to leave him, and he knows it. That's why he's talking about driving a truck, hopping in an RV. He wants to control Kermit and Friends and move in with Alicia Jordana. He's got dreams of grandeur, this stupid fuck. And let me tell you something. She's going to end up rubbing his back after she gets home for making him money, because it's not going to be her money, because he's going to tell her so. And he's going to be her boss one way or the other. No other man will be allowed to be around her. That is how he operates. And he is relentless, night and day, 24 hours a day. He will take cocaine and drink beer to go after her. And he will use all of those people around him, Rick, Harry, and the Taylors, and a couple others, to make sure that that happens. And unless she's willing to get rid of those people, she will never again. And mark my words, within the next 1 year from today, I bet anybody $1,000 that she is going to be either homeless or living with Rob DeHaven, or trying to live in an RV, some stinky ass filthy RV, or she's going to be homeless or living with another guy.
Is Rob DeHaven on Discord?
Yeah, he goes by the name of Wits, but he has so many sock accounts. See, that's how he works.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
Wits? Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, they got a fake Emora account. I caught him using that already the other day.
What? No.
I promise you, between those people, they must have at least 100 sock accounts. at least 100 sock accounts. And all those deleted accounts you see that you blocked over time, it's all their sock accounts, all of them. I've seen at least 50 of them.
Huh.
Deleted accounts, or those accounts that they've done away with the accounts. It's their sock accounts. Every single one of them. They got fake Leaf accounts. They got fake Elisa Jordana accounts, and they used one against me in the past, and it worked for a time. And let me tell you something. Rob DeHaven has even admitted these things, and she is so fucking stupid that she still trusts this guy to make him her producer. That is beyond fucking retarded. I think Kenneth has more brains than Elisa Jordana sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. You cannot be that fucking stupid to keep somebody like him around you. Look, she supported him when they were cutting out 20-second clips of live streams, sending it to the police department or getting other people to do it, and then claiming I was a pedophile. If you can imagine, she still supports Rob DeHaven after all this time. They called the emergency room when I had to go to the emergency room to try to dox me with, their slanderous bullshit. It didn't work, but they did do that. Now, it does not get any lower than that right there. And what does she do? She rewarded him by making him the producer of Kermit and Friends. That's how fucking stupid she can be.
Damn.
See, there's a lot of this you don't understand. There used to be a guy named Quigley. He's that artist guy that once in a great while you'll catch a glimpse of him talking in there. And he was a big part of the show, as well as Kleenex was a bigger part of the show. And he's a lot smarter than Witz. He's a better person than Witz by far. And there were so many other people that really made up a good cast of her show. And then there were some that needed to go, and there's probably one or two that she could kind of shelve, that she don't. And she doesn't do that because Team Hate supports those people, because they know that those people can be used to target anybody they want. All they got to do is whisper in Elisa's ear, and Elisa will whisper in her ear as though it's her idea. And then Charmin will make a few little quick comments against them when she comes on a live stream. You see it every time. Every Sunday you see it. That is why nobody likes Charmin. She's a bitch.
Who's Charmin in Discord?
Charmin is Charmin in Discord unless she's undertaken a fake name, which I think she has, because nobody likes her. She's under investigation right now for fraud.
Fraud?
For fraud. She ran for president. And instead of using that donation money for running for office, she's running for office again. But what happened to all that donation money she got for running for office last time? She used it for personal use. That is illegal. You cannot put that money into your private account, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's called embezzlement or something.
Yeah, well, ultimately they classify it as fraud because you fraudulently took that money and put it into your bank account when it's supposed to be used for you to run for office. So instead of spending that money to advertise and run for office, and then you're only supposed to be allowed to keep a very small, like $1,500 worth of leftovers. She didn't do that. She kept the majority of all that money and stuck it in her bank account. That is highly illegal, and they do prosecute people for that. So I'm pretty sure she's going to get prosecuted and end up, serving a little time. I'll be glad to see that, because people like her are filthy. They're crooked, they're dirty. They don't even know the freaking law about the activity that they're involved with. That's how dumb she is. And it got her into trouble. And she thought she'd get away with it, but she has made too many enemies. She is a stalker, just like Rob DeHaven. She was the one stalking AW, not the other way around. See, I know because I got AW's personal phone number, and I have talked to her several times. See,
oh, really?
I know all of that.
Yeah, I don't ever see her talking calf. But I see her.
On Charmin, I only took 70%. Charmin, I don't think you're allowed to keep but a very small percentage, not 70%. So if you're under investigation for that, you better either put that back into your account to run for office, or you're fucked. That would be my bet. I'm just being really honest with you here. I don't know how to tell it. If I tell it any other way, it would be a lie. She said she left 20% in. You're not even supposed to take, I think, but maybe 5% or 3% or something like that. It's a very small amount that you're allowed to keep. And especially if you run for office again, you got to put all that money back in there, or they are going to find you guilty. I promise you that. I've seen it happen already. It happens all the time. You see it on the news all the time, every single year. People are getting prosecuted for doing exactly what she did by moving that money into her personal account. Every single year, people are prosecuted for that. So I'm not just talking out of my ass here, Charmin. Google it. You're going to learn the hard way. I guarantee it.
I'm not running and embarrassing myself again. That's what she said.
Now, I'm not sure that's her, but okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's Sherman.
No, I think it's probably Rob DeHaven again. He has so many sock accounts, or it could be Tall Dark. He also does that. Tall Dark must have 100 sock accounts, I think, or he uses several accounts to change the name and make it look like other people. And he goes in there and he starts typing. And when they get two people arguing, they sit back and laugh. Rob DeHaven is the one that started everybody hating Cappy. Not me, Rob DeHaven. I was still a Cappy fan while I allowed him to do that and watched all of that go on. I only became upset with Cappy when I learned within this past week, maybe a little over a week, no more than 2 weeks, that Cappy was a self-admitted drug mule. So I don't want to hear it. That's the only thing I don't like about Cappy. Well, it's not the only thing. The fact that he's 22, he don't have a career, and that he's funneling money via his donation. He's going to get caught in that too. I guarantee it, because I did report him for it with 3 different agencies.
Wait, he's a drug. He when did he admit he was a drug mule? I never saw that. What the heck?
It was about a week ago, or I think, or so. He came in. He was doing a live stream, and he said he was talking to somebody, and somebody said, "Well, there's no way you can earn 6 figures doing a live stream. I mean, not this amount of time, is there?" And he goes, "Well, no, I really don't make hardly any money live streaming, believe it or not. I make most all of my money delivering packages for people." Hello, and I'm telling you, I have seen this more than one time in the past. The biggest people that are brought down doing this was the mother of all rallies. And I told them ahead of time I was going to bring them down, because I knew that there was something foul about them, that they were not right-wingers, that they were not for Trump, and that I was proven 100% correct about all of that. Tommy Hodges hated Donald Trump, and he used to look before it was all said and done, he used to give Outlaw Morgan that bad look, like they'd be facing the camera, right? And Outlaw Morgan would mention Donald Trump's name, and he would look at him like, and he would stare at him real hard until Outlaw Morgan would turn around and look at him like this, like, "What? I just said his name. What?" See, and that's how that came out. So they were exposed for all of their BS too. But they're drug dealers. See, Outlaw Morgan's wife is first cousin to the second most powerful man in Iran right now, and Iran is shipping drugs over here via submarines. I saw it. Maurice Belk left his cell phone on, and they were talking about how much money he owed Tommy Hodges for the last time he bought drugs, and for another time he helped him out with a little bit, apparently. And it was a little over, I think, maybe $180, I think, if memory. And I'm pretty good at memory here on these things. It was right at $180. I think it ended up being over like 220 or 240, all said and done. But how did I know that? Because when he said, "Dude, are you live streaming? You can't be live streaming here. Are you crazy? You're going to get us into trouble or arrested." And he says, "Oh, I'm sorry." And he pretended to turn his phone off, and he put his phone down to the side where it was viewing backwards. And at some point, he turned opposite of the submarine, and you could see everybody down there on the docks unloading the submarines right into the pup trucks. The pup trucks were going right up around the hill and up to a parking lot full of pup trucks where they were loading up all the pup trucks and taking notes of what drugs to put on what pup truck. I kid you not. And from that day on, I buried them. And they had to shut it down because they knew that the DEA was going to be on their ass. See? So they had to shut down their drug operations and everything for a long time. And it was Maurice Delt that came to me one weekend and told me to go to Drunken Peasants. I just had to meet this Elisa Jordana. I didn't go that night because I was really stone drunk and tired as hell. And oh, fuck you, you know. So the next weekend, on a Saturday again, same time, he came and got me again. Bob, you got to go meet this girl, man. Right now, they're talking about you over Drunken Peasants. Blah, blah, same old crap. Oh, fuck it. Let's go see what they're saying. So go over there. I ended up meeting Alicia Jordana. And what do you know? None of her friends are drug free. They're all into drugs. All of them. Even her and Elaine. And look at Sugar. She is a wreck. She is a mess. I like her, but she is a complete crackhead. She's a complete addicted. She's got to be addicted to heroin, as bad of a mess as she is, right? And you don't see her on the show no more, but that's nobody's fault but her own because she is such a wreck. And she's the one that had sex with Andy Dick when Andy Dick was pretending to be engaged to her, and they still pretend that bullshit nonsense. And they're friends, but they're never going to be an item. And I believe her when she says she hasn't had sex in 4 years. Believe it or not, I do believe her on that. I will ram her into the ground for it when I needed to, and I have, but I really do believe her on that. Some people just get like that in their life when they've been done wrong so many times, they've been used wrong so many times, and then they come to realize, well, maybe it's the sex. I've seen so many women do this, so I don't doubt that for 1 second. I don't think she had sex with Cappy. I don't think she has HIV. I really hope I'm wrong about her being a man. I'm split on that. But there's a lot of evidence there that says she is Elisa Duru and that she was born in Iran and that she is a man, that she has the Y chromosome, see? I offered to pay for the blood test, and I'll do it next week if she says yes. And I asked her for a birth certificate. You never hear a reply when I post those things. In fact, she quits talking to me for hours on end after every time I start asking her those questions, right? So that should tell you that she's probably a guy, at least born that way. And, you know, after through all of that, I still care for her in my heart enough to reach out and offer help to her, but I'm done doing that. She's going to have to be willing to say, okay, Bob, yeah, I need your help. What do you want me to do? What do I need? What can I do? But until she's willing to realize that she is in as big a trouble as she's in with these people, she's fucked. You know, think about it. If she tries to get with Cappy, they're never going to allow that to happen.
Oh no, Gappy's pretty much he knows what she's doing, and I don't think he'll stop hanging out with her. To be honest, she
oh, look at this dumb comment down here. Look, I want to show you something. This is how dumb people truly are right here. These people like this are the most uneducated, the most unintelligent people online today. They're the most dangerous. They're smart enough to be this dangerous and stupid right here. Do you believe because she was in Playboy magazine that she's a woman? Seriously? I can show you right now. You can Google the most famous transvestites in Hollywood. And let me tell you, they paid just the same amount of money or less money than Elisa Jordana has on her body. And they look better than she does. Several of them. They look exactly like a bombshell. And you're going to tell me you think that's a woman when her hand is exactly like this with that ring finger about that much longer than her number one finger? Only people with strong Y genes or strong male testosterone in them have that finger problem. It's not a problem. That's a man's hand. A woman's hand, the fingers are even between this finger and that finger. That's 100%. Not 100%. It's about 98, 97%. They say there are a few women that the finger's like a little bit longer. It's usually like this. Hers is very pronounced. Number two, her head measurement to her shoulder measurements are that of a male, not a female. And that is 100%. To my knowledge, it might only be 99%. I could still be wrong here. But the percentages are below, and way below 1%. I also found all of her account. You never heard of Elisa Jordana until a certain date. I got a live stream that shows you everything. I turn the screen around and I show you everything. It's still up on this channel or the one with the double hands, and it'll never come down because I never made any mistakes against YouTube policy to bring it down. In that video, it shows you her name changes from New York when she was in high school. Her first accounts are all listed there in her name. And let me tell you something. Her name was Elisa Aduru. Then she changed her name to Elizabeth Schwartz. And you never heard of Elisa Aduru again. There's no record of Elisa Aduru past that date. And then 3 years later, she changed her name again to Elisa Schwartz.
Yeah.
From that day forward, you never heard of Elizabeth Jordana ever again. Not to mention, she claims she was born in New Jersey. Well, within a 5-year time period, at a minimum, there was no Elisa Schwartz and no Elizabeth Schwartz ever born where she claims she was born. Period. I went and looked. You can do it too. It's easy to look up in Google. It'd take you a few minutes, but it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a moron could do it. And I did this while I was on the live stream. And I turned my screen around, I showed everybody. So the evidence is stacked up against her on that end. Now, again, whether she's born a man or not, I don't care. I still like her. I still have feelings for her in a friendly way. And I would be very willing to help her get away from Team Hate. It's not that hard to do. She just has to be willing and want to do it.
Yeah.
She thinks by not getting rid of them, that's going to do it. She's lost her mind. If she does that, which I think she'll probably do, I don't know, she could surprise us all. She will never again have another job unless she is sucking Rob DeHaven's you know what. And she playing slave to that guy, just like his current wife does. When this current wife leaves him, he will be homeless, and he knows she's fixing to leave him, no ifs, ands, or buts. That's why he's talking about wanting to join IP2 and go get an RV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's why he said, oh, I got my CDL back now. I'm going to go over the road and drive a truck again. You ain't going to make no money doing that, Rob. Why is he talking about doing something that's not going to make him any money? Because he's desperate. He's fixing to be homeless without his wife. His wife makes him all of his money. She takes out the trash. She cooks his dinner. She washes the dishes. All of that. She does all of the house chores. She vacuums everything. Rob doesn't do anything because he's the boss. He owns her. Elisa is going to be in that exact same boat, or she's going to be with a guy that he can't get to. And I don't know too many people that they can't get to. Or she's going to be homeless, but she's not going to end up living in an RV with Cappy if that's what she was thinking. That's not going to save her. If she shuts down Kermit and Friends, it's not going to save her. I promise you that. She has to get rid of not only all of Team Hate, but every single one of their sock accounts. It's not hard to do. She just has to be willing to do it. I'm offering my help. I'm not going to charge her anything. Rob DeHaven is charging her money right now to be a producer. Did y'all know that? I 100% guarantee you that. I dare her to come into this live stream and tell me that's not happening, that he's not extorting her in some way to offer to be her producer. She thinks she's in charge. She makes the decisions for her show, but who's bringing her all of her new guests now? Rob DeHaven, who's been telling her what to do the entire time he's been in Kermit and Friends. Rob DeHaven. Who was it that became the person that got in between Leaf and Elisa Jordana? That was Rob DeHaven, not me. I intentionally made sure that me and Leaf were not friends So that way nobody could ever accuse me of that. So I'm free and clear of that. The only person that was whispering and talking to him and talking to her was Rob DeHaven. Period. It wasn't Wheezy. I guarantee it wasn't Wheezy. Wheezy's kind of caught in the middle of all of this. He loves Elisa Jordana, but he doesn't like having to help out Wits in the way he's been having to do. See? Otherwise, why would he block me? He's got no reason to block me.
Wait, Wheezy blocked you?
Yeah, on Discord. IP2 always wins? No, they don't. Stop with all of that. You're a cheerleader, aren't you? You're an IP2 cheerleader? God almighty.
I thought Wheezy liked you. I didn't know he blocked you. What the heck?
He does. I like him too, but I started going after Elisa again a little bit in her Discord, and they saw me as the enemy. But they didn't. Here's the reason I did that. Because I knew for a fact, I could read it. You could see these things. Just like every time I knew when they came in with a stock account, just simply by the way they talked or their actions, and I would block them. And then within 3 days, that account would be deleted, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Every time. I could show you probably deleted accounts now. I think I've deleted all the deleted accounts, but there is so many of those. I constantly, I was getting rid of 12 a week. I promise to God, 12 deleted accounts. Like after I block them, you go back and look at who you got blocked. Deleted accounts. Constant.
Yeah.
And so if y'all think they're not doing this to each and every main player over there, you're wrong. They're the ones that came in with a sock account of Elisa Jordana and started mouthing off at Leaf. Then they go when they know, and they know when people are online and when they're not. They keep a record of what times they're on and when to keep an eye out. So when they see that they're not no longer, you can look at the right of the box. And when people are no longer in that Discord, their name comes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they watch that. And when they see these people leaving, it's the right time. They go get a fake Leaf account, for example. And then they come in and start talking shit against Elisa Jordana. They've been doing this for the past 3 weeks. I can't believe nobody's seen it. In fact, they've been doing it for months. Like damn near a year they've been doing this shit. I can't believe Elisa did not see this. They did the same shit to me using a fake Elisa account. And I'm pretty sure they used a fake me account and did the same shit to Elisa so that she would hate me even more. So these are the things that are taking place, and this is how Team Hate divides and conquers. And this is how I knew a year and a half ago that she was going to look up one day and say, God damn, where did everybody go? Where did all my go?
Yeah, she's really dividing people apart with all this, especially with she has this, she likes to do this thing where she's toxic positive, or she just likes to ignore all the toxicity and turn the cheek, and it's backfiring for her. Because I've even seen it, people in her Discord are just they're divided. Everyone needs to be kind of united, and now it's the total opposite. People are hating other people because of her, or they're hating other people because of Leaf and stuff. It's just what the heck.
That's very true.
Tinka Senior says you blocked him for no reason.
Who?
The guy in your chat.
Where did I block him at?
Probably in CAF. You probably blocked him for a good reason. He was probably talking shit on voice chat.
Yeah, well, if you're blocked on Discord, I think I'm just leaving everybody blocked because you're just a trash talker, and I got no time for that game, okay? I'm done with that game. You're not wasting my entire day trash talking. What the fuck for? To entertain you? Fuck you. That's what I think about you, and you're wasting my fucking time. You go kiss a donkey's ass for all I care. I just don't care about you. I don't know you. Why the fuck would I want to waste time entertaining you? When all you're going to do is run your mouth trash talking bullshit and nonsense that doesn't do anything for anybody that's positive. You're not building up anything. You're tearing down. You're full of shit. So you need to get out of here, man. I don't even care that you're over here watching the live stream. You can fuck off, and anybody like you can fuck off. I'm serious. I don't give a fuck about your kind of people. You have a low IQ. You have a low mentality rate. You're basically down there right above that of Kenneth. And that's pretty fucking Dumb. I got to be honest with you. That's pretty stupid. You need to go check yourself in the mirror and become a better person. Otherwise, people like me don't want nothing to do with you. You better think about that because you're going to end up in life with zero friends, just like Elisa Jordana. Now, let me get back to her. Check this out. What you were saying, Emora,
Yeah.
on what you were saying, she never used to be like that. She only started doing those things because Rob DeHaven has her convinced that that is good content. Oh, if you run that person off over there, that's good content. How the fuck is running every single one of your friends off good content? Can you explain that to me? It's not good content. You know what it is? It's helping Rob DeHaven get rid of your friends so that he owns Kermit friends. So that's what happened, right? She ran everybody off that he couldn't, but he convinced her that this is just content. Surely they'll understand it's just good content. They're not going to be upset about you for that. I mean, come on, right? But they convince her because she's so, well, I don't know, what's the word? She's so easy, like to be used like this. She believes it. She believes everything Rob says. He's never been a help to her. He's never helped her get more viewers. She should have at least 40,000 subscribers to her YouTube channel right now. But she don't.
Yeah.
She ain't even got 12,000. You know why? Because of Rob DeHaven. That's why. And Rob controlled her and at least steered her or put suggestions into her head about good content. He doesn't even know what good content is. He's never had a successful channel in his life. The most viewers he's ever had was when he did all those videos about me. That's it. He's never had another successful channel, and the channel he's got now is dead. It's dead. Because he's an idiot. He spends all of his time planning and plotting to put this person against that person and get rid of this person, that person, those people, get them out of the way. So when she looked up and she saw, well, shit, all my friends are gone. Nobody's here to help me, and Leaf is gone. Wah. Well, Elisa ran Leaf off. She ran Leaf off, and it's Rob DeHaven's fault 100%. I guarantee I'm right about that. And I challenge Elisa Jordana to come up here and keep a straight face and tell me that I'm wrong. She can't do that because I'm right. And so what you have is she looks around and the only person that she can reach out to for help when she asks for who wants to compete to be the new producer is Rob DeHaven. I can't do it because I don't have a computer where I can do videos for her. She would have to do her own videos. Sure, I would produce her show, but only if she gets rid of every single one of Team Hate. And she's not going to do that, so she can go fuck herself. You dig?
Yeah.
I mean, as long as she keeps them around, she can go fuck herself. I don't even care about none of them in the least. And I will never, ever have anything to do with them low-life pieces of shit again the rest of my life because they falsely report you to the police. They contact every single judge and attorney, and they have in my entire county. I promise you that. Rob DeHaven admitted this on a live stream. Now, you can't be a lower life piece of shit than that right there. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Unless you're the kind of guy that's stabbing people out behind the bar. Hey, buddy, come here. My boyfriend wants to suck your dick. Okay. They go out behind the bar and they stab them to death, right? That would be a lower piece of shit. The only lower piece of shit I could think of would be some guy that's raping a 5-year-old baby.
Yeah, pedophiles. Yeah.
Right, pedophile. No, that's beyond that's the sick shit right there, right? Those are the lowest of scum. Rob DeHaven is just a hair above that. And I got a suspicion that several of them people are pedophiles. And I got a lot of evidence to point that as the case. I got more evidence to prove that Rick is a pedophile than he does that he's not.
Who's Rick? Which one's Rick?
Dumpster Rick.
Oh, Dumpster Rick, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, and I don't give a fuck about his feelings either. But let me tell you something, though. Her only chance, and Mark Connors can attest to this. He's over in chat. I see you over there, Mark. He will be at least one of several witnesses that will attest that I'm right. I'm her only chance to get another job and to be able to have a career again is exactly what I'm telling you guys. She's got to get rid of every single one of them. If she gets rid of just Rob, it's not going to work. She's done that. Never worked in the past. She's gotten rid of the Taylors. Did that work? No. She's gotten rid of the Taylors and Rob DeHaven. Did that work? No. She's got to get rid of Harry Brogan. He's the #1 sock account guy over there. He works in tandem and teamship with Rob DeHaven. And let me tell you who he lives with. He doesn't live with a woman. He lives with a man. The man that owns that house that he lives with is the man that he lives with. Because that man lives in that house. And I can prove it right now. If somebody wants to bet me $1,000, I will prove it to you right fucking now.
I'm inclined to believe you, Bob.
Yeah, I'm just being honest. And if somebody says, okay, right now, I'll pay $1,000 if you can prove it, I'll prove it right fucking now. Let me tell you something else. And you got to be in my Discord for me to do that because I can't do everything right here on YouTube, you know. But so, or I could just do it by calling his landlord. I've got his phone number too. And he is a flaming kind of guy. You know what I mean? He's a nice guy, though. Don't get me wrong. He's a nice guy. I like the guy, but Harry's a bad guy. She's got to get rid of Harry, and she's got to get rid of Rick because Rick is the guy that they're using to go in there. He's the guy that was nice to Wendy, that snuck in. And Wendy just loves him to death. Well, if she don't friend him, they take turns reporting her channel. They're the ones that took her channel down every single time. Nobody else. And if you think it was Joe Walsh, that was Rob DeHaven, friended him up, told him he should do that so they could get a laugh. I promise you that 100%. And I challenge Joe Walsh to come up here and keep a straight face and tell me that's not true. I already know, Joe, so just shut your face, you bitch. Yeah. See, I know all of this. Every single thing that's gone bad with Wendy and Elisa and many other people's channel, all of it is centered around Rob DeHaven. He's the only guy. He's in charge of Team Hate. She's got to get rid of every single one of them and all of their stock accounts, period. Then she can save Kermit friends. And she doesn't need all the fancy whistles right away. That stuff will come in time. You know, like in a month or two, people will jump in there to edit videos for her. That's easy. I don't have to edit videos for her. But I could be her producer. Leaf would come. I could get Leaf back. I bet you that. I could get Leaf back. But see, I had to make it so Leaf hated me. Because if I'm friends with Leaf, everybody's going to think I was the one whispering in his ear. But Leaf would never talk to me in private. Not in a million years because he thinks I hate his guts. But I don't. I like Leaf. He is a straight guy, by the way. I just mess with him about being gay. And I know when people are gay and when they're not. It's pretty obvious to tell. But if you don't create that line in between the two, then you can be blamed for stuff that you're not guilty of. See, and I've learned that in the past. So as hard as it is to swallow that pill, you have to carry out certain actions based on certain actions that you see taking place. And since I know Rob DeHaven is busy in Elisa's ear 24/7, and all of them are, Kelly Taylor, John Taylor, Rick, Harry, and Rob DeHaven, they're all talking to Elisa. They could be talking to her right now in private, and we would never know it. But you do know it every time she comes out and opens her mouth and starts to create an effect that creates a domino effect, which is what happened to Leaf. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. And I promise Alicia Jordana, she will never, for the rest of her life, keep a job until she gets away and totally blocks out all of Team Hate. Because as long as one of them's in there, they're all going to be in there, and she's fucked. Because Rob has a tunnel vision wanting to control her. They tried to do me this way, and because I refused, That's the day they started going after me, and that's the day I refused to go after Mark Connors on their behalf. I don't got to do what you fucking tell me, right? Emora, if I told you to go after your best friend, would you do it?
No.
Okay, what if I had a team of people behind me, and if you didn't do it, we're coming after you to have your ass thrown in jail.
No, I don't think I would. No.
What if we got you fired from your job and then came and told you, go after that motherfucker or you'll never work again? Would you go after your best friend?
No.
Exactly. You would not do it. So I did not do it. And that's what caused all of this argument. This is the only reason why me and Elisa don't get along. It's the only reason why me and many of those people, me and Tricep Bra, I like that guy too, by the way. I really like that guy. But if we were friends, I'll get blamed for something along the lines of Tricep Bra. I promise you that. So I had to make him an enemy too. He's just another one. Tony, I had to keep that little bit of a separation right there because of that same reason. But now Tony is also very upset with Elisa. He's set against Elisa right now because of the actions of Rob DeHaven. See, I don't have Tony's ear. So, and he never had a private conversation with me ever. And let me tell you, nobody can blame me for whispering in his ear. Yet Rob DeHaven right now is having private conversations with Elisa Jordana of what kind of content to bring up next. He's bringing up Jeremy Harrell into her show, thinking that that's going to sucker me into going on her live stream. There's not a chance in hell because I'm not going to watch her live stream. I'm not even going to watch it. But I will go back and watch where I skip through and listen to certain things, and then I can do videos against it, but that's it. But that's fixing to come to a stop. I'm not even going to have anything to do with Kermit Friends or Alicia Jordana because I know that Rob DeHaven owns Kermit Friends. He runs Kermit Friends. He has for a long time. Only Alicia Jordana has not figured this out yet. She doesn't even know that she can't get another job as long as she is talking to any of them. She'll never keep another job because they're going to use that to control her.
Yeah.
They don't have to get her fired. They can control their boss. And the next job she gets, what if her boss has one little thing in his past that can cost him his job? And now, let me tell you, all Rob's got to do is say, yeah, I think you're going to fire her or else we're going to expose this. Because they are going to find it. I promise you that. I taught them too good, and they already know a lot on their own. They're going to find it, and she's going to get fired.
I have to use the restroom real quick. Bob, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. So I don't know, but I'd like to know what Emora thinks about all of that when she gets back. Emia, you mean Emora. You spelled that wrong. They are called alts. Nobody says sock. What the F? No, people do say sock, just not around your little tiny community. Alt account. Alt accounts is actually, they were using that back in the 80s. Or definitely the 90s. That was the original. That's what it was called. Alternate account, right? Alt account, as in alternate account. Now they just call them sock accounts. Hello, welcome to the modern age. What's not true? Fake Bobby Lee Jones. Oh, that's Tall Dark. That's Tall Dark right there, isn't it? No, that's probably Rob or John, one of the two. It's only 2:30, so John he's drunk. He's too drunk to drive. But if he needs to go to the store, he'll drive, and he don't care if he runs over a kid or not. He'll keep on driving. How drunk? That's the kind of person he is. And I can prove that too, by the way. And I'll tell you what else about old John. He's a coward. Yeah, all the things I said that these bad people do, he's the main one, besides Rob DeHaven. Him and Harry Broke. It could be Harry or Rick. It could be one of them. But I think it's Rob or Tall Dark. Tall Dark goes out of his way to run these sock accounts and to help them out. And if he thinks for 1 second that I'm going to sucker and trust him for anything, he's lost his mind. I only pretended to friend him up to keep him shut up for a while. Well, I was over there trying to be enemies with certain people, so I couldn't get blamed for everything. See, this is where I screwed them. I screwed them out of being able to blame me. There's only one person to blame for all of this shit going on. There's only one person to blame because Elisa did not used to be like this. She never used to go after her own people and troll her own people like this just for content. Never. The only person that has done that prior to me meeting Elisa Jordana was Rob DeHaven. And he's always been that way since I've known him. So Elisa doing this is Rob DeHaven 100%. Rob DeHaven's name is all over this. Again, I challenge Elisa Jordana to come into this live stream, keep a straight face, and tell me that I'm wrong. She's got no reason to even be talking to these people, but she does. In fact, she rewarded their evil deeds by promoting them and letting them be in charge of Kermit and Friends. That's how pathetic she is. I got no pity for her at this point. She did this to herself. I'm willing to help her, though. Not going to cost her a dime, but it will cost her her time, and she's going to have to start talking to me. She doesn't talk to me in about 8 months. I'm going to say 8 months, probably 7 months, but we don't even talk. What you see us talk verbally in her chat, that's the only time that we talk. Seriously. And I don't got to tell y'all that you people don't know, but she used to come and get me every time. Like I left Kermit and Friends first time, right? She came over apologizing and all this and that. Now she promised it wasn't Rob every time. And I would go back in her live stream, just playing a little sucker dog. Every step of the way, it was Rob DeHaven, come to find out. I've been kicked out 7 times. No, 7 times. This is the 8th time. But this time I left on my own accord, and she's not going to get me back in there unless I'm a moderator and I'm allowed to boot anybody I want, because I'll get rid of every fake sock account on there. And the ones that I'm not sure about, I'd have to ask her about. If she told me to leave it, I'd leave it. But any account that is not active, I will get rid of every single one of them. She's got to bring in somebody else to do that, because she's going to think some accounts are some of her best friends' account, and it's their sock accounts, their fake accounts. Let's just call them fake accounts, okay? They're fake accounts, just like fake news to Donald Trump. Those are fake accounts in her stream. Some of these people left her Discord. She doesn't even know it. And they went and got a copy of that picture and already had a fake account ready to go. So she doesn't even know who some of these people are and who some of these accounts are. But I do. I've been keeping track. I don't think she's been keeping track because she's too trusting. She's trusted Rob this whole time, and look where he got her. She's got 0 friends to help her out. She looks around, and the only one there, Rob DeHaven. And Wheezy. Wheezy's a good guy, though, but Rob's a bad guy. I would be willing to help Elisa out, but we're going to need Wheezy, and we're going to need Peter, and we're going to need Tony, and we're going to kind of need to get Leaf back. That would be a plus. And Leaf needs to be restored to being the producer of Kermit and Friends, period. Not me, Leaf. Quigley's a good guy. Need to see him come back too. I don't know about that one. I've never talked to the guy really, but I really like Quigley. I really like Quigley on the show. I don't know about so much in person, but I don't know the guy that well to be able to say one way or the other. I'll just put it that way. I don't think High Pitch Eric could save her show. I mean, could you imagine listening to that guy every Sunday? Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God, no. But I like High Pitch Eric. I'm just saying, until he can fix that voice, he's a no-no on a podcast. And he damn sure has not got the aptitude, not the brains, the aptitude to be able to be a producer to any capacity. But for her to make Rob DeHaven a producer, even for 1 week, is the most ridiculous thing that she could do. That tells me where her loyalties lie. See? And that tells me I don't need to have anything to do with her as long as she knows them people. Because they're going to continue to control her 100%. Because they're going to wave that job over her head. She will discontinue Current Friends thinking that's going to fix everything. But it's not. She'll go get a new job. And then when she don't kick up and do what Rob DeHaven tells her, hey, let's start up a new live stream, he'll become more and more insistent on her starting up a new show. And then away from him, she might even start up a new show. About that time, she's going to start having problems at her workplace again. You watch. Rob owns Alicia Jordan. And when I say he owns her, I mean like a piece of property. I mean like a slave that just got off the ship that got purchased back in the day. She don't even know it yet. I dare her to come in here and prove me wrong. Oh, Aldo's funny. Are you back yet, Emora? She says, who are you? Oh, she's over in chat. Yeah. Where did Emora go? I'm doing a lot of talking, but now I want to hear her talk. I'm running out of things to say. I told my whole story pretty much in a short pitch there. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to sit here and explain everything to you, but if you have any questions, I'll answer them. But I'll bet you Emora would pretty much agree with everything I said because she's smart and she's been paying attention over there. Well, that is a true statement. Hold on. That is a true statement. Oh, she's talking to you on the phone. Okay, well, cool. I wish she'd talk to me on the phone. Lucky dog. But it's all good. She's going to try and get me pics and do what? I don't understand that statement at all. I apologize. I don't understand what show us real JEWS. Oh, Jews. Show us real Jews. Jewish people are from Israel, okay? The people they call Jews, as in these bad bankers that Hitler tried to get rid of, those are called Germanic Jews, okay? A region of Russia, or actually a big little chunk of Russia right there, and a big region of Europe. All of that was a Germanic Empire at one time. And if you remember, when the Roman Empire went running through there thinking they're just going to own the place, 20,000 of them got slaughtered by these Germanic people. And those people, the Israelites went up there and conformed them into knowing God and whatnot. But what they did is they never embraced the religion entirely. They took a little bit out of it, said, hey, we could use this to our advantage. Everybody thinks we're religious people. We don't have to listen to the Christians. We don't have to listen to this people over there, the Hindu people over there. We got our own fake religion right here. And those are the bad Jews that you're talking about this day. Now, it's not all German people, don't get me wrong. Not even far. It's far from it, actually. But they do exist. And they are very bad people. That is true. Not sure if you can. Oh my God, if you knew the half of it. If you knew the half of it, bro. Let me tell you. But I think Emora is a very good person. She will make a great wife to the right guy, I think. So all you guys should line up and put in your applications. Number one, how much money do you got in your bank account? If you ain't got no money, you ain't got no love. Trust me. You can be married to the best woman in the world, but if you can't support that woman, she's going to leave you for somebody who can. That's reality, guys. So how much money do you got in your bank account? Is she attracted to you? That would be number two. And number three, everything else that you need to know about each other. And on top of that, can you become best friends together? Because if you can't do all of those things, your relationship does not have a chance. And it was some of those other things is the reason I was separated from my wife at the time that she passed away. That relationship might still could have worked out, but I didn't want it to at that point because I realized the many mistakes I made choosing to marry her. But it was an itch. I wanted to marry a good woman, and she's a very nice woman at the time. Very nice. One of the best people you ever meet in your life. Most kind-hearted people you ever met. That was my big mistake, though. I didn't check all the right checks. And I was probably not in the frame of mind. I was working a lot, so I never did check. She just comes over. Okay, I'm moving in. I said, okay, come on in. And we went from there. And it was a huge mistake. That is a mistake that I would never make again from that point on. And so it happens. It happens when you're young. But I will never make that mistake again. I can promise you that. Dude, I got a lot of Facebook accounts. I don't know where I blocked you on Facebook. Who blocked you? Me or Emora? I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not going to go check my Facebook account. If you're blocked on Facebook, you're blocked on whichever account I blocked you on. I got so many accounts on Facebook. And the reason for that is because I outed Mark Zuckerberg, and he banned the name Trump's the Bob over there for at least 3 years going that I know of. And I was not even allowed to be on Facebook, even if I moved and came in with a totally different name. Remember that facial recognition? As soon as they did that to me, I was gone. They don't demand that of everybody anymore. He had to cut that out from doing that to everybody because he was costing George Soros hundreds of millions of dollars. And when I did my little email to George Soros, them two had a meeting within 5 days, and directly after that, within 3 days of that, you never saw that forced facial recognition BS again. That ended. That's how I cured that situation. See? So he went freaky. He just freaked out on everybody for a while, and he was costing everybody hundreds of millions of dollars trying to get to Donald Trump. But he could never get to Donald Trump because Donald Trump owns 3 times as much as anybody who owns stock in Facebook. And that's a fact. And he was very slick in how he did that. Legally, he did it legally too. He was so slick. And so if they ever get rid of Mark Zuckerberg over there, Donald Trump is going to own Facebook. So he can't continue to screw up Facebook because they're trying to take him to court and get rid of him. And Donald Trump ain't alone. There's several of them people that got stock at Facebook that want to get rid of him because he's not making them any money. Look at the gaming. My prime example, look at the gaming on Facebook. It sucks. You don't have hardly any choice of gaming there now. But back in 2015, before that, you could get on Facebook and you had hundreds of games to choose from in any category. You don't anymore. That's how bad Mark Zuckerberg screwed up Facebook. Emora. Oh boy.
Bonjour, I'm here.
Oh, there she is. So Aldo said I blocked him on Facebook, and he said both. I don't know what he's talking about. Both. You got to be specific. I'm not going to change Facebook. That's it. You get blocked on Facebook, you're blocked. I don't even use Facebook enough So I'm not going to waste my time every time somebody tells me I got them blocked on Facebook, because I got like 12 different accounts over there. Just take your choice. And at least 5 of them have my name on it. So you just pick one to follow me on. So getting back to our other topic, what do you think about that? All of those things, Emora, and what else can we talk about today besides all of that?
So what do you think about Kenneth? What's your stance on that guy? Have you seen him? Do you know what he's doing? Because he's the topic of the week.
Yeah. Here's my real view on Kenneth. Kenneth, he really is slow, but he's not near as slow as people think that he is. Wheezy is correct about that. But he's not smart enough to be able to play people the way that Wheezy thinks or that he makes it out to be. I believe that is Rob DeHaven telling Elisa that is content, man, because that's the way he does it. Elisa goes and tells her people that's content, go after him. Wheezy's going after Kenneth. But there's no way Wheezy or anybody else could believe that he is that smart, because you can obviously tell that the guy is not that smart. Somebody is guiding him along, and that person is Rob DeHaven.
It's not. No. It's not Rob DeHaven. I can tell you who it is. It's Telly.
Kelly's one of them, but it's also Rob DeHaven using sock accounts. I've seen him do that. He's using these sock accounts, and he'll talk directly to him, and then he'll come over and try to friend me up and buddy me up, but I know it's him, so I block him every time, right? So then when he deletes that account because I blocked it, then he goes and gets another account, goes over there, buddies up to Kenneth again, talking more shit to him about what he should be doing where he left off with the other account. Then he comes over, friends me up, and then I blocked that account. I've seen it. I've got at least 3 of those accounts that were blocked that are now have been deleted. That's how I know that, Emora. I keep track of things too.
Yeah, he's just. I feel like he knows what he's doing, because sometimes you see him in Discord, right, and he's just chilling, and then like he'll be like, as soon as somebody talks, if it's a girl or if it's me, he'll be like, hello so and so or such and such,
I know,
and
right?
then and as soon as they ask if or no, as soon as if it's somebody that they're dating someone, he'll be like, yes, I heard that you are dating this person, congratulations. And it's like a circle, it's like a gigantic, it's like a cycle too. And then he'll wait, and then if Elisa says something to someone, he'll say, hey God, hey beautiful. And even if she doesn't reply, right, even if she doesn't reply, 5 minutes later he'll be like, at God, hey, hello beautiful, how are you?
Sis, yeah.
And it's so fucking weird too, because people tell him, even I've been on panel with him with Telly, and Telly's even told him too that, hey, you need to just kind of stop with the whole tagging Elisa 40 times a day, just, and I don't think he'll ever stop, because he even said so himself. He was like, I'm not going to stop unless Elisa tells me to. And it's like, what? And he's been on Kermit and Friends for 7 months. And did you see where he somebody, this Crimson girl thinks it was me, but somebody catfished him, and he like 10 minutes after talking to them, they started dating, and he sent her his dick pic. And then they doxed his dick pic in the main chat. So now they've made a sticker out of it. I was pretty upset about it, because I don't know. I didn't like people being doxed for their stuff. Is just so embarrassing. But then
what caused that? What? Just for a minute, if you please.
Yeah,
what
go ahead.
Caused that is Rob DeHaven telling Elisa, yeah, that's good content, and it's not. That brings back the doxing. It causes all of the problems. Elisa should have listened to Tony about that, but instead of listening to Tony, she listened to the biggest dumbass that she talks to, Rob DeHaven.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But I try to defend him a lot, like I'm always, because people are always really kind of mean to him.
I know.
And not to say that he doesn't deserve it, but sometimes it's just like they go overboard. So I try to defend him, but he really brings it upon himself, because There was like this one day where, yeah, as I was saying, this one girl, she comes in, she after he
Tammy.
got doxxed with his penis, another person came in, right? But they made a picture, they made a profile picture of him, but instead of his mustache and stuff, they photoshopped off the mustache and like tried to bring down his lip so that she just looked like she had lipstick. So it was basically like this, basically Kenneth, but with like bangs and stuff. And he started flirting with her too.
I saw that.
I was just like, I was like, what the hell? This guy is clearly you. And
Okay.
so she left this.
Wouldn't you agree that it is wrong to use Kenneth like this?
Yeah, of course. Lisa, she's always going into chat too, and she's like posting his the amount of times that he's called, the text messages
Yeah.
and stuff, and it's like this
Yeah.
is what I was talking about, the toxic
That's what she did
positivity.
to me. That's what she does to everybody. Now that she's always done.
Mhm.
Who the hell is she to go accuse Leaf of not respecting her privacy when she's never respected my privacy, and she has shown every single one of the messages that I sent her. Every single private message she has posted. I wouldn't be surprised for 1 minute if she showed every single message that I sent her today. I don't even care if she does.
Oh
What
yeah,
I said in those messages, I meant every single word. See, and I said every single one of those words in my live stream. So I don't care if she shows them or not. I've
right.
got nothing to hide.
She's done it to a lot of people, not just you.
Yeah.
She's done it to Kenneth. She's done it to Leaf, I think. She's done it to one other person I can't think of. But
Well,
she
she
put
put every
all their information in calf, and I was just immediately like
yeah,
taken
she put
aback
every
because it's yeah. And she, the worst part is that what I was saying earlier is that she would always, or not always, but she post pictures of him calling, and I would be like, well, why don't you just block him, But and she's like, no, I need somebody to help me to make him understand that he can't just call me all the time. I don't want to block him, but it's like
what
this is the toxic positivity that I was talking about. Just like instead
exactly.
of giving someone tough love and punishing them, she just turns the other cheek and lets them do whatever they want. And it's running rampant in
Do
Kermit
you
and
know why
Friends.
she does that?
Everyone who comes to Kermit and Friends is coming to Kermit and Friends for Elisa. She's the main star, and she's the
Not
and
really.
Bob. Also, wait, hold on a second, Bob. Let me say something. Also, the admins, they don't have any powers, Bob. Did you know that? The admins, none of them have powers. It's
Correct.
basically a fake role. They literally cannot do anything. The only person who has powers is Elisa. And I think Gidgy and Tony have somewhat powers, like they can voice chat, mute people, but that's about it, you know?
Yeah.
So all of this is going on in CAF and it's running rampant. It's like a fucking she's collecting all these retards. And I mean that in like the lightest with the most loving undertone that I can
She
say.
tried
Like
to get me a
I'm
retard,
not
and I told her to stick it up her, you know what? So she's done it to a lot of people. And she thinks it's okay that she does it, but it's not okay that Leaf did it to her. Shut the hell up, bitch. You know
yeah,
what I'm
she
saying?
yeah, I got yellow because I posted that gif of her making out with her dog and then Captain in the front where the dog is looking
Oh, is
at
that
his
you?
armpit
I
and
want you to post that in my adult room if you would, please. I love that. That was
okay.
great. I didn't realize who did that. I wouldn't even pay it. I just loved it.
She does not like that one. I copied it and pasted it and I didn't even know it was that until I put it down. And I immediately got anti-Kermitarian.
Yeah, yeah. You notice how she labeled me uh Trumpster Bob COO? I'm not her COO. I don't want anything to do with her stupid show because her show is stupid as long as she even talks to any of those team hate people over there. And as long as any of them, and I've already told her this, as long as they have anything to do talking to her, period, as long as they are a member of Kermit and Friends, I will never be back. Ever. And I could care less. She's not going anywhere with them people. And she's never going to keep another job for very long if she knows any of those people. And she don't even realize that yet. But the reason she does that, you probably got this figured out because you're pretty smart, but some people don't. But the reason she does that is because, let's say for a minute that she booted Kenneth. Number one, she would feel bad, probably a little bit, not too much. She got to get rid of him though. I mean, if he was in my group doing that in my group, I'd get rid of him. He's probably in there, but he doesn't do that in my group, or I would kick him, and you would too, and anybody else would too, but not Elisa. But the reason why is because if she gets rid of him, she doesn't have him there. And if he's not there, she can't use him as the Kermit and Friends jester. They make fun of him, they use him, they laugh at him, and they go after him verbally. See, they use him for content. And that's not good content, that's bad content. And the person that started her into doing that was herself. She's the one that already was doing that. Rob DeHaven came in and he saw to it that she was going to expand upon that, because he calls all bad content good content. That's how stupid he is. But look at how many people she ran off. She doesn't have a single friend there to help her out right now. She looked up, and who's the only guy that came to the call? Rob DeHaven. He's the only one. And that's by far the worst choice she could ever make. By far. She would be better off making Jay her producer, and that guy, woo, I wouldn't even let him be my producer, and I love the guy. You know?
Yeah. What was I going to say? Kenneth has basically become a lol cow. You know what a lol cow is? Somebody that just makes everyone laugh and they don't even mean to. He has no shame. He just keeps doing it over and over and over again. And she won't do anything about it because, I don't blame her. She probably likes the attention, maybe. But at the same time, it's really kind of like everyone's just kind of turning against him. And he's a human being. He probably hurts, and it probably, I don't know. I think sometimes, I don't know. I think this guy just has no shame. I have no idea. Because earlier, just now, I told him, I was like, you kind of bring it upon yourself, when you tag Elisa 20 plus times a day. And, you dig your own grave when everyone bullies you. Because he asked me if I was on Corey's broadcast and if I was bullying him. And I said, yeah, a little bit. You kind of bring it upon yourself because you're constantly, tagging Elisa 20 times a day. And not more than 2 minutes later, he tags Lisa again, and he goes, hey, beautiful. And I'm just like face palming myself in real life.
You Kenneth, and there he is. Right at it. 10 minutes later, you're right. And then 2 minutes later, then 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then another minute. I've counted this guy over 57 times one day, just telling her, hi, sis. Hey, sis, I tried to call you, all the same old rhetoric. 50 times plus 57 that I counted. I probably missed a few. Oh, God, I could only imagine getting his text all day long, every day like that. That has to be, it's got to fill her phone up, even though I know she owns a top-end phone. It has to fill up that memory.
Yeah, she mentioned that she couldn't get any voicemails anymore because he was calling her so much and stuff. And I think he stopped for a little bit because he was like, okay, I get it, I'll stop. But then he just kept going after that. After a day, I think he was still calling her. And I think that Deadshot guy is really bad influence because about 3 weeks ago, he sent me a dick shot and it was a fake one, right? And I think he mentioned it to fucking Kenneth that he was going to do it.
I believe it.
Because he sent me the fake dick pic shot, and then not even, I don't know, after the whole suicide thing, it was 4 or 5 days later, Kenneth is already sending
his fake dick pic. That's not even his dick pic. That guy's got such a little tiny pecker for a black guy, it would flabbergast you.
Really? Yeah. He said
heard in a while, isn't it? Flabbergast.
Yeah, he sent me a really big black dick pic. It kind of scared me when I clicked on it because it was just a big, huge picture, and I didn't ask him for it. It was unsolicited. So when I opened the picture, it was this gigantic black snake, and I knew it was fake because you can just like Google Big Black or BBC, and it's like on the third page or something, and it's just like, or not BBC, but like Big Black Hawk, but it's like on the third page or something, and it's just like bruh, or uh, image reverse that stuff, and you'll see that it's fake. It definitely wasn't his. That's not the real Wheezy, by the way. That's
Oh, I know. That's why I put in there the real Wheezy's invited up. But Wheezy will show me who he is behind the scene. He's not afraid to show his face on here. You're a different situation, but I wish we had a webcam to where we could see you live. I would love to start a show with you, reviewing other podcasts, like top end podcasts. Like, we could go watch a podcast sometime during the week, and then have one day a week we come in and do like an hour or whatever in a show, and then maybe work it up to where we could do the show on YouTube and then cut it at a certain point. And then I have a lot of accounts on a lot of these paid sites, and you could go over there and they could watch the rest of the video, but they're gonna have to pay $1 to watch it.
$1 to watch it.
Yeah. You get the good stuff up here, but if you want the hot stuff, you got to go over there. Like what we're talking about with the D-Picks and all of that, we wouldn't talk about that over here. We could talk a little bit about Kenneth, but not to that degree. But then say, oh, wait a minute, you could bring like that up, for example, and then I would come back and say something like, okay, how about we hold that for a later discussion, like directly after our YouTube show, and you could say, oh yeah, that sounds really good. And then we could go over there and then we could actually show those pictures. See, what we can't show over here, we could show over there and make money.
Yeah.
I don't know, it might be $10 a month starting out, but it would go up quickly, I imagine. I don't know who else is doing it like that except for there's a couple called, I don't know if you ever seen it before or not. You'll love the show if you ever do, and go watch it from the beginning. You'll fall in love. I promise you, because I know you, and I know you to a little bit of a degree. I guarantee you, you will fall in love with this show. You can see part of it or a majority of it here on YouTube. It's called Selling Uma, UMA. Go subscribe to Selling Uma, catch up on all their videos. You can even go subscribe to their channel and watch all of the goodies. Like there's this one where he comes up behind her. She's been selling all night. She's so tired. She's ready to go to sleep. And they have to take turns when they're selling, like when they sell from Canada all the way over to England. Okay. And then they tramp all around Europe and all of that. And they went up to the North Pole and all of that, and then came back down, and they're all tramping around here. So they've been all to the islands. She's from the island, and I'm not gonna go through all that. But what I'm saying is, when he comes up behind her, and you can tell, you can't see below, but you can tell what his arm's busy doing. He's busy down there. He's got his hands down there doing something down there, right? And you see her start going, oh, only she don't moan that bad, but she goes, like a little bit like, oh God, yes.
Okay, Bob. Yes. Continue.
Okay, and then all of a sudden you see him go, like that, right? And then the video ends.
Yeah.
To watch the rest of that, you gotta go pay to watch the rest of that, and then you get to watch all of it. That's what they do. Genius. These people are making roughly, last time I counted, was well over $750,000 a year.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And that's just the money that I know of. I don't know what they're making on some of this other deal they're on kind of thing. I didn't add it all up. They got the number one free electric motor given to them by a billionaire because he loves them to death. And he had extra motors laying on his boat he didn't need. So he had one. He docked on one island. He knew they were going to dock on another, and he was going to dock there ahead of time, right? And they were talking about how they got to order an engine, but they didn't want this engine because of that one, but they could only afford this or that. The first engine that they put in the boat, because they bought a boat, the engine wasn't any good in the diesel motor, and it was loud anyway. So they converted the boat into an electric engine. He went and found a used forklift electric motor, and he took it all apart, rebuilt it, and then built this little thing to support it, and turned it into an electric motor, and they made a lot of changes. They converted the entire boat. It was the first fully functional electric sailboat ever built.
Wow.
And it's state of the art, man. And that motor they got in that boat to this day is the most expensive electric motor you can get to this day. It's a Tesla top end motor, #1 motor, most expensive motor on the market.
Huh.
And this guy gave it to him. This $80,000, $100,000 motor kind of thing, maybe more. I forget what it cost, but it was a lot of money. He just gave it to him. He dropped it off at the island, and that billionaire paid to had it delivered to the other island as fast as possible. The crate got there when they landed. The guy just rolled right up with a forklift and dropped it right there for him. I shit you not.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they brought a crane out, paid for by the billionaire, and lifted the motor into the boat for him, right where he needed it, so he could then take control and put it in there. Uh-oh, she left. She went backstage. Okay. But you really should go check out Selling Emora. It's a really good way to do the video. And I'm not saying we're ever going to do anything like that, but I'm just saying with good content, you can lead it up to a certain point and then stop it. People got what they need to get the idea, maybe, and then you can keep like another 30, 40 minutes of your show on a paid site. That helps you generate revenue. And I would be more than willing to share my revenue with her. And you got to be fully open like that. Some people aren't. I don't believe in that. Oh, she's playing a video game. She is a video game nut. This is actually pretty cool right here. I might actually watch this for a minute. Wait a minute. Wrong one. There we go. Uh-oh. Emora is a Rambo at this game. I've watched her play it. I like this game. I forgot what it was called. I want to learn how to play this game. I really do. I need to know where to go start up an account on this so I could go play this game. Heartbroken. I don't know what you're heartbroken about. Hit a real brother. Emora, I DM you, girl. Oh, you got all of these guys hitting on you, Emora. I think you're more popular than and more well liked and respected than Alicia Jordana, and I think you could be better than her. And how could you go wrong with the Beauty and the Beast show, right? I'm the old guy, right? And she's the beauty, right? You can't go wrong with that. It works every time. There's no way. And look at y'all. You're all over here already simping for her, and I don't even know any of you. My regulars, I never stream this time of day, so they're not over here. But you guys are over here because of her. This is what I'm talking about. It's guaranteed to work. I've got a secret that if she keeps coming on my live stream, and if she allows me, that I will tell you about Emora. How about that? Don't matter how big the guy is. What matters is the love, you dweeb. Look, I know a woman that's had some big shalanka in her day with one guy in particular, and she got with a guy that had a pecker that was this big and about that big around, and they had a relationship for a lot of years. And you know why? Because the sex was great, because they loved each other. They separated because he lost his job and he had a lot of problems at the same time, personal problems, if you know what I mean. And he just went south. So she had to leave him and go her own way. But she really loved that guy. And I could tell when I first met her, she really loved this guy, even then. And so size even then don't matter. So I don't know why. Most women that I've ever dated were a lot taller than me. Height don't matter. there's something wrong with you mentally for you to even bring that up, to be honest with you. And women are not going to be attracted to men who have a low IQ like that. You got a low IQ or you would never bring that up, ever. You're dumb for bringing that up. You're like an idiot. You're the biggest idiot. Why would she be interested in an idiot like you? Have you ever thought about this? You sound stupid. You do. You just sound stupid as hell. I know a lot of couples where the woman is a lot taller than the guy, and they're still married. They've been married for, hell, I know one couple been married for 18 years, and she's a lot taller than him. Nothing wrong with that. See? There's just nothing wrong with any of that. Only in your deluded mind. See? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what Emora likes. She loves this game. This is the main game I've seen her play, but I know that she plays other games too. Emora faked the hitting up random shame. That didn't make any sense. Heartbroken. How could you go from all of this to heartbroken? You sound like Kenneth. I gotta tell you, you're never gonna win Emora over. I can tell you that right now. You two guys, you're out of there. Before you even step up to the plate, you're out of there. You got no chance. I can tell you now. She's not looking for an idiot because you guys are idiots. So I know that already. So you got no chance. No, I feel sorry for you. But you need to grow. You need to mature and you need to expand your mind and become a lot more of an intelligent person. And you need to learn how to treat women. See, you guys don't. You don't know how to treat a woman. And until you can treat a woman really good and nicely, go out of your way to do for them. Take out the trash. If you have a baby, you got to go out of your way to help take care of that baby. That's your responsibility. And the guy that just fluffs all of that off on the woman, he's a piece of crap. So women, they filter out those kind of men by getting rid of the dweebs. And right now, you two fit in the dweeb category. You're way down there on the bottom. You ain't even getting up to the plate. It's like the coach looked at you to use you at a batter, and you look at him back, and he says, "Oh no, not you." That's where you're at right now. You're not even getting out of the damn box. You can forget it. I'm just letting you know ahead of time to help you out. You mentioned Lisa not having sex in 4 years, but according to Andy Dick, Captain Content went down on her. Yes, but Andy likes to make things up a lot too. You got to understand that about Andy, and it's all content. And I don't know if going down on it counts as anything other than just that. As far as whether that's true or not, to me doesn't matter because I'm talking about like in. If the stick ain't in it, it ain't sex. I mean, it's sex, but it's more of a hydro lip massage, if you will. Okay, that's all it is. And it's like two women might as well be together. Another woman might as well be pleasing her for all that matters. It's just no big deal. She's saving that for her, the next man that she's going to marry, and I respect that 100%. And I believe her 100% on that. I really do. I don't know if she realizes that or not, but she's got a lot of problems over there. She don't know who to trust and which way to go right now. Her mind is out of control, popping with fireworks all over the place kind of thing. And her thoughts are all over the place. And the only thing that she has not tried, she's never listened to me one time, not one time, about how and what direction to take her show. And look at where she is. She is a mess right now. All of her friends are gone because of the man that she rewarded for doing that, Rob DeHaven. She made him the producer. And Well, there you go. And I've been telling her the entire time, he's the problem. All of them are the problem. She never listened to me, and her show has gone downhill ever since. That's the way it's going to continue to go. Only it's going to get a lot worse from here on out. Her life is just began to go downhill. She don't even know. She don't even know. I think she's worried about it though. She planned ahead of time. That's why she was smooching up the captain content. Only she never wanted to admit that. She's too proud. And to fix all of this mess, all she's got to do is put me in charge. I don't even need to be a producer. Put me over the producer. Put me in charge. Okay? And she can ask me why I did this, or that. Just play along with it and watch. I will fix her life 100%. 100%. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, and it won't take any time at all. Well, it'll take a little time and a little bit of work, but not much. I can make all of it happen. All she's got to do is sit back and relax. And when it's done, she can smile ear to ear and never worry about the people again. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I would bet anything. In fact, I'm so confident, Alicia Jordana, if I cannot do what I say I can do, if you give me full control of your show and Kermit and Friends for 3 months, if I cannot take your numbers up, like way up, and if I cannot make you happy, get rid of Team Hate 100%, to where they're no longer even a threat to you, which I can do, I will let Andy Dick fuck me in the ass. And all you gotta do is send me a plane ticket. That's how confident. I guarantee it. That's like guaranteeing it with your life right there, because I'm a virgin. I'm a straight guy. But if I can't fix Kermit Friends, I will let Andy fuck me in the ass. And I'm not going to guarantee it to the point we can get Leaf back. That's like all of those kind of things it's up to them. But I'm pretty sure I could get Leaf back. But we don't need Leaf to make Kermit Friends successful again. But Leaf does deserve a role in Kermit Friends, period. If he's only has a certain role with the video thing that he does. But I think she needs to separate that. She needs to have Leaf doing that. Tony needs to end up being in charge of her fan club, because that's what it's supposed to be. Not a place where you go troll people to get content. You don't do that to the people that are your fans. That's the absolute last place you want to do that at, is go get content in. That's like admitting that you're not even in any other groups, because those are the groups you want to get your content in. Like IP2 should be one of 30 groups that she's associated or has her people associated with or involved with to go get her the content, see, and her too. But she doesn't have it set up like that, because she does not do something called delegation of authority. And to do that, you got to pick the right people for the right job. She does need a producer, but it needs to be somebody that can direct the show in the right direction. So now Elaine's a beautiful person in so many ways. Y'all don't even know. And I'm going to tell you, I respect and I love Elaine. When I went after her, it was because I needed to disassociate with Elaine 100%, so nobody could accuse me of a damn thing over there. I can't. You got to have that line there. You can't be involved in a mess like this and then come back and say, well, hey, it was Bob who did it. He's the one that talks to her. No, I never talked to Elaine. She don't talk to me anymore, because I saw to it that she don't. But now I'm telling you, I'm flipping the coin back, because I do love Elaine. And here's the problem with that, though. I know everything about all of that, and her and Elise, and I don't even care. But here's the thing. Elaine is not a producer. She's not. She does not have that talent. She could do pretty good, though. But Elisa needs to find somebody that can be the producer, and they can hide. Nobody even needs to know they exist. But she needs a producer that can put everything together for her. If Elaine comes up with some guests for a show, let's say Elaine says, man, I got you 2 people for this show, and then comes back the next day and says, oh, God, I got a 3rd person. Oh, God, we got to have this person. Well, now you need a producer who can make things happen, like get a hold of maybe this person and put them off schedule to the following weekend or the weekend out, whatever's best for them. Or maybe you can have all 3 on one show, but it would dilute the show if it's a 1 hour show. The show would need to go longer if you did that, in my opinion. I don't think Wheezy has the talent for that either. I think Wheezy is great playing the role that he plays, though, as far as being the guy that comes in there. He's the sound of reason as far as watching the show goes. You understand? So Wheezy is a plus. That's absolute plus. There's a few other people that could be a plus in the show that some of them are just, they don't want to step up for their own personal reasons, and that's on them. But there are some people that are incumbent friends that could be added to the show that would do good, but that's up to them. There's always going to be candidates to bring on the show. Number one, she loves to keep the call-in people going. So if anything, people could be call-in people. And then she has part-time people like Gonzo, Kleenex, people like that. But I guarantee you, this show with all of that included is going to zero. It's not going anywhere as long as Rob DeHaven has anything to do with it. It's just the way it is. Are you done with your game?
Yeah. I guess he couldn't hear me the whole time. I was going to say, Witz has the anti-Kermitarian role. I don't think he even associates with her anymore.
No, she told me yesterday that he's been she played him up like crazy. He's the best. He's the greatest. He booked 3 people for next week's show alone. And he come in there bragging. This Jeremy Harrell guy is bringing in the show. I don't give a fuck about him. He's a loser. And I imagine whoever the other 2 are, they're just as big of losers. And I think he's targeting people to go after me so that I will argue against them. That's his content. He's done. He's stupid. I'm never going to do that. I will never do that. Not in a billion years, but beyond. That will never happen, right? So what the fuck is she thinking going along with that bullshit? But she made him the producer. I asked him, go back and look. My last comments in that group, I asked her 3 times, is Rob DeHaven your producer now, or a producer in Kermit Friends? And she finally admitted it. Yes. The very last thing that I said, okay, bye-bye then. And I was out of there. Because I'm not going to have anything to do with them little life pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And rightfully so, man. These guys made false reports to the police. They called the emergency room when I went to the emergency room. Who the fuck does that? A lunatic does that. Only a lunatic and a felon does that. And she rewards the guy with making him the producer because she thinks I don't like her anymore. I'm mad or upset at her. She doesn't think straight. She should know better than that. But there's no way she could know if I like her or not because she never talks to me. And if we're only talking in public, we're never going to talk. See? Never. There are things I will not say to her in public that she does need to talk about. But if she's not going to talk to me, fuck her. You know, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And if I talk to her in private, she's going to go tell everybody anyway because she does not respect my privacy. So our talking was ended about a year ago, in case anybody didn't know that. And for the entire past 9-10 months, I haven't invited anybody on to Kermit Friends. I quit at a certain point in time, and I will never invite anybody to Kermit Friends ever again. And I do not suggest Kermit Friends to anybody. It's the most toxic environment online. It's worse than being an IP2.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
Like, I go into IP2 and talk. I went over there and was telling them people who it was that got everybody hating Captain Content within their own group, in particular of late. and mainly the Kermitarians, it was Rob DeHaven. And he manipulated them to go over, hey, so-and-so said something about you, look. But it was them using those fake accounts. They were going over there in the Kermit Friends and talking shit about somebody you never even heard of. Then when you ask those people, who is that? They're not even in here. Who the hell are you even talking about? What the fuck? Right? All of those comments that y'all saw like that, that was Rob DeHaven and Team Hate doing that. So that he could go over IP2, tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, look at that. Look at what that person's saying about you. Then they go over there and they start shit with that person. And now everybody in Kermit Friends is fighting. And they did this right in her face. And she right under her nose. She didn't even see it happening. So hello, Elisa. Congratulations. You put your worst enemy that you've ever known in your life as your producer. That's why I left Kermit Friends. See? Yes, and more. Not right now. I can't hear you. Say something again.
Hello. No, that was earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. I didn't even see that, or I would have brought you back up earlier, sooner. You were jamming in a game, though. We were watching. What game is that?
Rogue Company.
Huh?
Rogue Company.
Okay, I'm going to go look it up right now because last time you told me I forgot what it was. Hold on.
It's free to play on Steam.
I got to remember that. Steam. Is it called steampowered.com?
Yeah, I think so. I think you could just yeah, you have to download it from somewhere. Let's see.
Yeah, I see it right here. Okay, now I got it. I promised to download it, and I'll try to get good enough I can maybe play with you and help you out. Or at least have fun. I like games. Now, I need a new game to play. I haven't had a good game to play in a long time. So I'm saving that tab over there so I can remember to go to that. Ask him about what? Okay. This guy says, you mentioned Lisa not having sex in 4 years. Okay, him going down on her, all that shit. If Captain wants to answer those private questions, he's free to come in here and talk to us 100%. I will not go after him, I promise. But here's the thing. We're going to be honest and open about everything, number one. And number two, he's going to learn all about Rob DeHaven if he watches these videos. That's his real enemy. It's Rob DeHaven. I don't like the guy because he's a drug hauler. I could report him and leave him alone and never even have anything to do with the guy again. I don't hate him on a personal level, though. Like, I don't hate Outlaw Morgan on a personal level. I like the guy. He's a talented guy, very talented. That guy is super talented. I don't think Alyssa could ever get him to help her outdo the videos the way he's talented and can do. But let me tell you, he is as good or better than Fitness Frank. And Fitness Frank is good. He's damn good. But anyhow, but do you see what happened, Emora? I never go live this time of the day. Like, I would be lucky to have maybe 2 or 3 people watching me, sometimes 8 people. It's not like the normal time I go live where I might have, like 30 people watching. And also I'm in a box. So if it says 4, there could be 40 watching. So what I want you to do is after this live stream is over, I want you to wait about 5 minutes at the most and then refresh that YouTube page, like my YouTube channel, and just go look at how many people watched our live stream. I guarantee you it's a lot more than 4. It's going to be more like 40 or 80. I mean, a lot more. And a lot more people came in here at this time of the day than I've had in a long time on any of my channels. And it's only because you came in here today. And I don't think you went in there and told Kermit Friends, hey, I'm going live with Trumpster Bob to talk about all of the recent events concerning Kermit Friends and why he left. I'll bet nobody went and told him that. Or at least Dana herself is in here watching right now. And has been. And she probably is. I don't know. But I don't think she has the courage to come into my live stream. I wish she would, though. But She don't want to be made out to be the bad person. But look, right now, she's the bad person, period. Everybody knows it. Her only redeeming factor would be if she did something like, I don't know, come into my live stream right now and talk to me and Emora about all of these things. See, then she can vindicate herself. If she comes clean and honest about all of this and gets rid of that piece of crap, no content having ass, Rob DeHaven, because without me, he's got zero content. You watch. All of his guests will be duds. And I'm going to tear the F out of them, all of them guests, on Sunday, right after I watch, quickly go back and rewatch her live stream because I'm not going to watch it live.
I was gonna say I don't think Wits is producing it anymore. I think isn't Wheezy doing it? That's what I heard.
No, both of them might be doing it, but Wits is a producer on her show. Yes, he is. Wheezy is the co-host. He's not a producer, and he hasn't invited guests in a while, but I believe he's invited a few on the show. See, here's Elisa's problem. She thinks that a guy like me is going to go in there and just give it my best to bring people onto her show and do everything for her that I can do and to try my best to win that producer spot over, whether she would give it to me or not. And that's entirely the opposite way that reality works. I would never do that. Not in a billion years.
Yeah.
She can forget that, right? Like, would you do that? I don't think so. But because Rob DeHaven is involved with Kermit and Friends, I'm done with it. Never be involved with that show again. And I could care less if she could care less. But irregardless, I've been right. I told her all of these things that have happened were going to happen a year and a half ago. If you could imagine being right that long and just waiting to be vindicated. I'm vindicated. Of everything that took place over at Kermit and Friends, I'm 100% vindicated. You understand what that means at this point? Because I've had a lot of crap. I don't know of anybody on the internet that has been stalked as much as me. I've never heard of anybody that comes close. Not even close. See? So for me to be vindicated over all this is amazing. And yet she still sides with him over all of his fake content bullshit. What she needs to do is bring in good, positive content. That is what attracts people to the show. Go get these couples out here that have fallen in love and who have beat some odds somewhere along the line. And then you get that, oh my God, I just love this show. You know, that is what she needs to bring into her show. But she's too dumb. And I guarantee you, Wits and Team Hate, they're not going to follow shows like that because all they're about is trash talking and getting drunk, popping pills, snorting cocaine, popping mushrooms, and shooting up heroin or crack cocaine. All of these people, they're all drug heads.
Yeah.
Those people, you can never make a show like that. I'd rather have an Emora any day of the week than any of those people. In fact, if Alicia Jordana were to make you the producer on her show would go up. It would skyrocket. But she won't do that because she don't trust you. Because Rob DeHaven is telling her, oh, look at her. That's the enemy right there. We need to go after her. You need to paint her a bullseye on her. You need to give her the yellow color. I don't give a damn what color she made me over there. I could care less. I don't give a fuck. But people like you don't want that. You don't want people continuously attacking you. And I don't think you really even care. But here's the kicker. You're smarter than all of Team Hate put together, and you're a much better person. See, you are a prime example of the kind of person and the kind of people that she needs over there on her show. But she can never have people like you when she's got other people attacking you that she's actually promoting, trust more, and is helping. And those same people have cost her her job, and she's too stupid to even realize it. Rob has been telling everybody all the way along across the board on his own live streams and on Rick's. they were bragging about how many times they were talking to her coworkers and what they were telling them. And Rob, that one time, I just got off the phone with her boss. She's done. She's about to lose her job. I guarantee it. Remember when he went off like that, Elisa?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Emora does, but Elisa probably don't. She probably didn't even watch it. And if she did, she wasn't paying attention. Robbie Haven has got rid of everybody around her, and he owns her right now. She doesn't even realize it yet. She doesn't even realize how big of an enemy he is. And she probably needs to go to the authorities right now to help get rid of him. I think there's another way to do it, maybe take a combination of things, but she's never going to go that route, so I don't even need to talk about all of that. Ay. If you were going to do a show, what would you want the show to be about?
Probably toxic positivity and how it's really bad.
Oh my God, you were saying that earlier. Apologize for veering us off of that conversation. Alicia Jordana and a lot of Tony's the worst at that. You got to watch him for that, and he knows it. But Tony pretends, well, I'm a neutral guy. I just stand right here in a neutral. I'm not against Witch. I'm not against Bob. I'm not against Wheezy. I'm not against Leaf. I'm not against Lisa. And he plays this game, but he's always got wrong thing to say at the right time. Always against every single one of those people I mentioned, of course, including me. And Tony is the number one guy that plays that account. Not to mention, he uses sock accounts to help get people arguing. So imagine that. You got all of Team Hate doing it. You got Tall Dark doing it. You got Tony doing it. You got Tricep Broad doing it. You got Leaf doing it, and all these other people doing it. You got Brain that still goes in there with his sock accounts. You got idiots in there like Bologna Sauce. And I don't know if y'all ever figured out who he is, but when he talks, you can tell who he is because he's been on Elisa's live streams and on her show in the past. See? So Bologna's pretty easy to figure out who he is just by his voice. And he is a total drunken idiot. He gets so drunk, he gets down to one-liners like Bob's the idiot. And that's all he'll post all day long. Kind of shit. Bob's a retard. Bob's always wrong. Don't listen to Bob. This constant. And why does he do that? Because he's another one of those people that tries to push anybody away from Elisa who's getting close to Elisa, whether they're going to be helpful to Elisa or not, because he does not have Elisa Jordana's best interest at heart. Otherwise, he would be trying to help the people that are good, like me, and trying to be against Witch 100%. But all of these people are out for themselves. So they don't care about me. They don't care about you. They don't care about Witch. They don't care about. They want everybody to get away from Elisa so that they can possess her like she's an item to be bought and sold. See? And they do that with what you just said. Positive negativity. See? Oh, I'm the good guy. I was just pointing out the facts and the truth. I'm sorry. Don't mind me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't even care about it. And they'll bow out. They'll even leave Discord for a while. So these people got to go look at the guy you pointed to and start arguing with them, right? This is all you see happening in Kermit and Friends. And this is why Elisa Jordana don't even know who to trust.
Yeah.
The only guy who's telling the truth across the board, and I thank all of you who have come thank me for that, who is over there in Kermit and Friends. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention a single name, but I do appreciate that very much because you've noticed.
I'm going to get off panel for now, Bob, okay?
Emora, we love you. You're welcome back anytime. And if you ever are interested in starting up a podcast with me, let me know.
Of course, definitely. Okay, have a good one, okay?
I think it's something that you could do And don't forget that Beauty and the Beast works every time.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
See you
All right.
later.
Bye-bye, sweetie. That was great. You got to hear her opinion, and I think you got the gist. She's smart. She caught on to that positive negativity that Elisa Jordana herself is guilty of. In particular, she caught on to that. And Elisa does a lot of that. A lot of that. Oh, she's Miss Innocent. She never does anything wrong. She's not the one that causing all these problems. Leaf exposed her on that. She's a complete liar about that. And she has not admitted it yet or come clean. And she's not apologized to Leaf. So now, because of that, everybody's pissed off at her, right? That is correct. She needs to come clean with Leaf. And she needs to apologize to Leaf. And she needs to beg him to come back. But she's probably going to need the help of a lot of people who are not going to help her right now. Not with that. Because all of them are over there with Leaf, not her. See, she put herself in that box. And she cannot get out of that box until she does the right thing. I've reached out to her. She could come into this live stream. She could, anytime she could say, okay, Bob, I give up. I need your help. I'll be there. But I don't see that ever happening because she's too proud. You know, she just is. She's too proud. She's big headed. She thinks she's the best thing out of her own family. That's a lie. Her mother's a better woman than she is by far. And for her to say that about her own family is pathetic. And people recognize that. People look at that, her just saying something as disgusting and as vile as that. Because that is worse than any cuss word that I could possibly think of outside of accusing somebody of being a pedophile just out of throwing the word out there. Right? It's like right in between. It's the worst thing you could do is to say something like that about your own family, that you're the best thing out of that family. I guess she thinks her dad is a piece of crap too, not just her mom or sisters or brothers, all the rest of them. See, she doesn't realize she dug her hole, and then she dug the hole deeper. Now she can't get out of the hole, and nobody's going to throw her a rope or help her out. Now, we can make a rope ladder and send it down there to her, but why bother? I'd rather go have a beer. Come on, let's go have some beer, right? Fuck yeah. Like, and if you don't drink beer, that's okay. I got a bag of weed right here. You want to get high? I got papers and lighters. Come on, buddy. Fuck yeah, you're... Let's face it. She just keeps digging her hole deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Her own mom don't even like her show. She said that her mom grudge watches her show. Think about that a minute, Lisa. When I first met you, your mom loved the show, and you introduced me to some little kid or something, a female, and said that was your niece. It was I can't remember her name, but I remember when I first came onto your show, like the first or second show, you introduced me to your niece, and you said, "Don't you ever mess with her, Bob, or I will go after you. I will kill." You almost said kill. Remember? I remember like it's a photographic memory. Don't forget that about me, Elisa. I know Witz has told you this many times, most likely, because he knows this about me. Some things I just never, ever forget. It's like it's in there. Lock it. It's signed, sealed. It's going to stay in there. Till the day I die, I will remember these certain things. I'm just like that in my brain. I don't know why. But I can tell you this, Elisa. The only thing that has changed since that day when your family loved you and now that they despise your show, Rob DeHaven. I'm right again. I'm right all the time. I'm not right about everything all the time because I want to be wrong about something. But I'm 100% right about this. Harry Brogan, Rob DeHaven, Rick Murray, John Taylor, Kelly Taylor, your 5 worst enemies that you've ever had in your entire life. You've never, and you will never have again for the rest of your life, enemy like those 5 people. I promise to God. You need to dump them people like a sore habit, like a cancer that's going to kill you in 36 hours. Like right now, if I told you, unless you get rid of them people in 36 hours, you're going to die, and I'm the best doctor on the planet, and I guarantee it, you wouldn't even get rid of them 6 people, or 5 people, I mean. Well, technically there might be 6. But I'm just saying, you know what you would do, Elisa? You would die. Because I think you'd rather die than to get rid of the bad people around you. And all of this should paint a picture for you and explain to you that you need to focus on everything I just said and stop having your brain go out all over the place. Rob has you thinking at 360 degrees. That's all the way around. And your thoughts are all over the place. You don't even know what the frick you're doing anymore. And this is why you keep saying the wrong things. You keep doing the wrong things. Your own family don't even like you anymore. They're ashamed of you. They grudge watch your show. Those are your own words out of your own mouth over there in Discord. In fact, I challenge anybody who's in her Discord, type it up and go find it. That's what she said. She said, my mom grudge watches my show. I don't know why I'm the best thing out of that show. Oh, now she's uppity. You dig? She got a big head like, oh, my shit don't stink. I'm Miss Popular. And nobody even likes you right now, Alicia. You're not Miss Popular. You're Miss Nobody. And Leaf made you. And this is how you repay him? By listening to a piece of crap like Team Hate? Really? Well, this is how you treat your friends, Alicia. You're never going to be anything. And if you don't reach out for me for help, and everything that I told you that was going to take place has taken place, I don't know if you remember, I told you at that point in time, I will tell you what's going to happen next. And you wanted to know what that is. You remember you asked me. Oh, yeah, what's that, Bob? Like, Bob? Like, because you didn't believe me then, so you said, Bob, like, what's that? Like, whatever. And I already told you, you're never going to have another job until you submit to your new master, Rob DeHaven, until you take the appropriate steps to kick his ass to the curb. You think that you were suicidal before? Wait till Rob DeHaven gets done with you, girl. And I don't want to see you commit suicide. You're too lovable. There's too much about you to love. Like, seriously, man. Get that sad look off your face and out of your heart and come talk to me and we'll fix all of this mess. It's easy to fix. Stop taking his advice. Every time he tells you something, you open your mouth, it's the wrong freaking thing. You ran everybody around you away. Everybody. Everybody. Even Elaine don't like the way your show is going. Ask her. I challenge you to bring her on here right now. I promise you she does not like it. You don't have one person that likes it outside of Rob DeHaven and Team Hate. Period. Your own family hate the show now. They hate the direction you've taken the show, and they hate the decisions that you've made. And I'm the only guy offering to help you fix this mess. And I don't know of anybody that knows Team Hate as well as I know him. So I don't know of anybody on the planet that's guaranteed to fix all of this crap over there and fix your show besides me. You got one better than me, I'd like to hear it. And I don't hear anybody guaranteeing that for you. I guarantee it to the point, if I can't do everything I said, Andy Dick can fuck me in my ass. And I've always been a straight man. I got a virgin butthole. And that's fact. In other words, I guarantee it. But you have to be able to do and be willing to do the things that I tell you to do. And if you're not, there's no reason to even bother calling me. Don't even waste your time because you're not willing to do what it takes to fix yourself in your life. Because that's what we're talking about here. Not just fixing your show or your current friend's Discord. Those things don't even matter in life. What matters in life is you. Up here and in here. And if you're not right in either one of them places, you're always going to be depressed and you're always going to be suicidal. And this is your chance to fix all of that. Because I know right now you're very depressed and you're very upset. And I don't see anybody else offering to fix the problem for you. And I guarantee you, not even Jimmy the Christian or whatever he calls himself now can do what I just told you. He cannot do it. I've seen his so-called content. It's trash. Total trash. I'm not saying get rid of the guy off your show or none of that. I mean, he can be a little content. I mean, it's a small part here or there. You know, if you keep him directed in the right way, but he is never going to be a producer for your show and take you in the right, appropriate direction to where you're going to gain the respect of people or people that now are looking at you like they're mad at you and they don't respect you and they don't like you anymore. He's not the guy for that. There's not even a chance. People can't even stand that guy. Do you see all the negative about him every day, all day long? I get sick and tired of hearing about it. I mean, there's just as much, if not way more content negative about him than there has been about Kenneth. There's just as much. In fact, there's more against him, I think, than against Kenneth. I don't know, but they're pretty neck and neck at the moment. Kenneth will die down and fade away, but Jimmy the Christian won't. He's always going to be a thorn in your ass. I've tried to tell you, I can bring you good content, but you've never given me the chance. How about giving me the chance one time? I guarantee it. I will fix your show. But more importantly, I'm going to help you fix you, and you're not even going to realize it, and it's going to come so easy. And because you're going to be so happy, you might just end up meeting that right guy after all. But men can see into women like that. If they look at a woman that's depressed, maybe borderline suicidal or suicidal, anywhere along those lines, they can tell by the way you act. And you're going to be a turnoff to good guys that might want to marry you. I would say right now you probably got zero chance of finding one of those guys. And this is more about you than it is the show. I've learned that about you. But the way to get to you is to fix your show, because that will fix you. And I hate the fact that Rob and company have been over there talking to your boss this whole time, that they turned him against you to do what he did against you in order to make you quit. And I'd be hard pressed that you even have a lawsuit there, because if you were looking a little trampy here and there in office, like, you know, showing off, like, you know, how you kind of give people that look like you used to do in the bar a lot. I guarantee you used to do that in the bar. I've heard you talk about it. So don't even think for 1 second that you could come into this live stream and tell me that you have it. When you act like that, you get treated like that. And that, in a court of law, will lose you the case. It's 100%. Or it will highly reduce what you probably only get like $3,000 or $5,000 or something like that. Maybe 10 grand. At the level of what you made, should be a whole lot more than that, right? If it's really your boss who's guilty of making sexual advances, what if he's been recording you this whole time? And you are guilty of negative, positive influence. What I'm saying is, you're looking at the guy like you want to have sex with him, So, of course, naturally, he's going to hit on you. And if they watch your shows, Elisa, it's all over for you. You're never going to win that lawsuit because you've done this to so many people since I've known you on your show. You did it to me. You pretended to hit on me, and then you pretended, well, it was Rob and his fake account, but you knew he was doing that. It's guaranteed. I can prove for a fact that you knew it because Rob admitted to it. It was your idea or it was his idea, and you went along with it. I forget which. But you knew about it before, during, and after he did it. So you're guilty, Elisa. And I promise you, if they go back and play all of that and go into Kermit and Friends Discord and go get all of those posts, you got no chance in hell of even winning a lawsuit. Because you caused it to happen. If you caused me to hit on you, I'm not guilty of stalking you or hitting on you or harassing you because you were giving me that look. You were dressing slutty or whatever. I tell you to quit dressing like that, not to dress like this. So you dress, you cover up pretty good, sort of, but then you are really good, but maybe you wear something down below that's, oh, damn, check that booty out, right? You're guilty, Elisa. So I got to question whether or not you even got a chance of winning that lawsuit, to be honest with you, just knowing you. And do you think you're going to get another job? Yeah, you might, but you damn sure ain't going to keep it if you don't do exactly everything that Rob D. Haven tells you to do. And at a certain point, it's going to become, I told you so. That's why you're going to do it, whatever it is. And you better do it, or there's going to be consequences. Like you're going to lose your job. He won't care because he's been banking all your money. He'll be flashing out in front of you. What are you going to do? Leave out of here with 10 grand in your pocket? Big deal. Or 1 month's worth of pay? 3 months worth of pay? He don't care. He's got the rest of the year in his bank account. It's going to come to that, Elisa. It's either that or you're going to get rid of all of Team Hate. One or the other. There is no in between. You can't leave a single one of them in your Discord and have any association with them, or you're never going to keep another job for the rest of your life because he will never stop because he sees money with you. So all of that suckering in men that you did, now it cost you. Now that snake has bit you in the ass. And what really pisses you off is I told you this was going to happen a year and a half ago. And now I'm telling you even more that this is now what's going to happen to you. You don't have to believe me like you didn't believe me a year and a half ago all the way up until now, but I was right 100%. And now you can't even say that I was wrong about anything. That's how right I am. And that's how wrong you've been the entire time since you met me. And how ironic is it that a drug dealer introduced me to you and you know, oh, Andy Dick, drug dealer. Cappy, what does he do for a living? What did he admit that he really makes all of his money doing? Hauling packages. I've never seen him show up at a Walmart or a Sears to deliver packages. He doesn't deliver a little letter to somebody and get paid 30 grand to do that. No. You get paid that kind of chump change when you're hauling boxes for people that have drugs in those boxes like fentanyl, heroin, and all kinds of other kind of bad drugs. Or the items that smuggle into this country that you can't get here in order to make those drugs. And I do know that there are people that know exactly how to get up here and they do it like it's a highway, it's a freeway. Then people bring it in and they give it out to all these drug mules. And along the way comes Cappy because he knows how to get it in and out of California. Right? That's right. I know these things, Elisa. That's just the way it is. Everybody knows a little something about something. And this is something I've been studying for a lot of years. So I do know exactly what I'm talking about here. So how ironic is it that y'all are trying to sucker me to get one of these stupid RVs, which I will never do, and go ride around with Cappy, stupid ass. Duh. That's like a no-brainer. Never going to happen because I'm not a sucker like you. I'm not stupid like you've been acting. So whatever plan y'all had with that is never going to work. It's a total failure. I'm never getting in anybody's RV, not to live in or hang out with for even a month. You can forget that because I know you're all druggies. See? At least everybody you know is. And I know that you've been high several times. And I know it's because you got that stressed out about your job. But who caused all of that? It wasn't me. Call your boss right now and come on my live stream and call your boss right now. Or he's free to call me. 972-748-9989. That's my public number. He's free to call me, or anybody that works with you is free to call me. I promise you, I ain't talked to nobody at your workplace. Nobody. Your boss will tell you that too to your face. I guarantee it. He'll say it publicly because it's a fact. And it cannot work against him in the court of law. In any lawsuit, it could only serve to help him. And I promise you, the only guy that's been talking to him is Rob DeHaven and Team Hate. They talk to all of them people. So who's the only person that it could be? Because I've never heard of anybody who's been associated with everybody you work with, to include your boss. I've heard he's talked to more than one of your bosses, by the way. See, they've even gone and looked up who's invested into this company. And last I heard, they actually got a hold of one of them, and that was Rob DeHaven and John Taylor that were involved in that. And Rick knew all about it all the way across the board. Let me tell you, these people are your worst enemy. That's who got you fired from your job. Even though you quit, technically you quit, I'm telling you, they ran you off because you were bad news. Well, why were you bad news? What could possibly be bad news about you? Oh, yeah, Rob made you look like bad news. That's why they ran you off. They don't care if you sue them. They don't even care. Even if they got to pay the full amount of that lawsuit, they'll pay to get rid of you because Rob DeHaven and Team Hate made you out to look that damn bad. You're bad name in the company. That's got to be costing $100 million at least. You got one bad apple in the bunch. I mean, hey, it could cost you hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, really think about it at the end of the day. And you rewarded this guy by bringing him and making him a producer in your show. You have lost your freaking mind. Let me ask everybody out there, is there one person that would do that? What, make your worst enemies the producers and in charge of your show? I don't think so. And I'm free and clear. Let me tell you, nobody on this damn planet tells me what the fuck to say on my show, period. Not you, Elisa. Not Rob DeHaven. None of Team Hate. Not a cocksucker or cunt on this freaking planet tells me a single word to say on my live stream. Not even Emora. But she could. I mean, you know, for partners, you got to work with your partner, right? But nobody tells me what subjects to cover or what to talk about. I'm only doing this because I want to end this. I don't even want to talk about this topic no more. It's really a sad topic if you think about it. It's depressing. To me, my heart is sunk because you have suckered to allow these things to happen to you. Like, you might as well chain yourself to a bench and let these 5 people come in with leather whips and put blisters from your head to the bottom of your toes. I mean, blister your feet up to where you're only going to lie on the front part of your body. You can't even stand for weeks. You're going to have to go to the emergency room and stay in there until you're good enough to be able to not just lay on your stomach. You might as well do that to yourself because it's exactly what you're doing, only not physically. You're doing it by way of you've allowed them to run you off from your job. That's the main thing. You've allowed them to take total control of Kermit and Friends, and it's not IP2 that's guilty of causing all this division and hate and discontent and got everybody in Kermit and Friends to arguing with each other. Oh, no, no, that was not me. It damn sure wasn't me, and it damn sure was not IP2. That was Team Hate tapping people on the shoulder using fake accounts to do it. I watched them do it. I will name them accounts to you. At least the ones I've seen. I know they've got more than the ones I know about. But you can always find them if you have control of that Discord to find them, that is. But if you don't, well, good luck. But you have screwed yourself, Elisa, to this degree. You might as well cancel your show. And you could try to get another job, but good luck keeping that job as long as you know any of these people. And when you start up your next live stream, you're going to make the same mistake. You're going to allow them back in. You're back in the same boat. You'll never, ever have a successful show. And if you think RV Life is going to make TV content, you are a lunatic. You are batty as hell. Do you know how many people have tried that and failed that have 10 times a better show than Cappy? There was a guy doing it before Cappy. He was so jealous of the guy. He was so much better at doing it than Cappy, too. Did you know about that guy, Lisa? You should really Google about the people you hang out with. You should learn about the people you hang out with. See, it was called IP9. And then there was IP8. And then Cappy come along with IP7. 6, 5, 4, 3. This is IP2. That's how many failures he's had. He's 22. He makes $100,000+ a year doing an RV show that has failed 6 times. Completely failed. No, 5 times. 5 times. It failed 5 times. That tells you nobody watches those kind of shows. That tells you if he's really being honest in what he said. Now, of course he was. He was talking to the right guy to want to be honest with him. He does not make his money via donations off his show. He makes his money delivering packages. Well, then who are the people donating that $100,000+ a year? It's called money laundering. He's hauling drugs. This is common sense. This is like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Hey, does that round peg fit in that square hole? Let's find out. Nope, it don't fit. How about we try the round peg in the round hole? Yeah, that fits. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we good to go, man. It's that easy. God, this is amazing. I still can't believe I'm even talking about this topic. But they have suckered you and played you the entire way. And until you wake up and realize that, you got no chance. And even when you do, you're not going to beat these people out. You're going to need some help. I'll be here for you when you call. But I promise you, this is the last day I'm going to tackle this topic. Because this right here could be a channel killer if I did it all the time. And I got no reason to want to do that. So good luck to you. This live stream will be coming down because I know they're going to try to find something to report me on over this live stream. And I really don't care. I could like leave it up and they could strike both my channels. I don't even care. It's not going to even bother me whatsoever. That's how dumb these people are. But isn't it amazing that I already know this ahead of time? I'll show you every strike I got on every channel if you come in my live stream and want to see that. At any point in time, let me know when you need the help, because you're already way beyond needing the help. But when you finally realize that you need my help, free of charge, you don't owe me anything. And I don't know of anybody that would do that. I won't even get mad. I could help you start the show and then just go back to doing my own thing and be perfectly happy. I promise you that. I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything from any of you. To be honest with you. But I'll bet it's going to cost you your life to get Wits to help you, because he's not helping you. He's growing on you. He's going to own you and consume you. There's a huge difference between my help and his help. And how much you already paying you? I'll bet you he's got to be getting something out of you. He's got to be. And me knowing that just it gets under my skin, because you don't even have a job right now. And he's the one that got you in that situation. It's amazing. He's the only one possible who could have put you in that position. It's only because of those people. Your boss was such a nice guy and respected you until that one day. Started going downhill on that level until it reached a point you had to quit. Or you had to please your boss in a sexual way. Right? Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. Come on up here. You can't tell me I'm wrong. You can only come up here and say, yeah, Bob, you're right about everything. I guarantee you, people, I'm right across the board 100% about all of this. And if I'm wrong about any part of it, please educate me, because I know I'm not wrong about nothing. If Tony wants to come up here and tell me I'm wrong about anything, come on up. Or he can agree with everything or whatever, certain parts of it, I don't care. Wheezy's free to come up at any time, but I'm not going to continue to even talk about Kermit and Friends, because I'm done with Kermit and Friends. And I just want to heavily stress to Alicia Jordana that she's looking at the only guy she can actually trust to do all of that for her. And I'm the only one that can do it. Wheezy can't even do it. Wheezy and Tony put together can't do it. I would be hard pressed to do it by myself. That's why I said I'm going to need help. But I know Wheezy will jump in there and help me, because I'm helping you. And he's a good guy like that. Why wouldn't he? And I know Tony would. Tony's got a good heart. I'm pretty sure most of the rest of these guys, I bet you Tricep Bra would even be willing to help out. Not because he likes me, but because he likes you. I bet you that. I'll bet you Kleenex would help out, because he has got a good heart, and you know it. And anybody that can't see that is a moron. You're an idiot if you think Kleenex stuff. That would be like me saying High Pitch Eric is an evil man. What are you, stupid? He's one of the nicest guys you ever met in your life. I can't stand to listen to it for too long. I really like the guy, but that's where you're at the end of the day. You got a really nice guy. So I don't understand why people talk like really bad about the guy. I got nothing to say about him. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. I know he's gay and I'm not, so we don't have that in common, but like, I can't hold that against the guy. You know, what's the big deal with that? That's his private, personal business. When people start learning that and do away with that prejudice and that hate, it's the day your life is going to increase tenfold and get better on both sides of that aisle. Y'all know that I'm right. And I know that I'm right because I've been through it. I used to go to gay bars just to whoop ass. And I was very good at it. Like way back when I was 22 years old, 25 years old. Oh, yeah, baby. I'd do it by myself. I wasn't scared of nothing back then. I was way overconfident. I'm lucky I never did get beat up. I'll say that. Whew, they would have tore me up, boy, in all kind of ways probably. But that's funny, isn't it? But, you know, I've actually made friends with a couple of them guys, and it was then that it dawned on me, why did I ever hate this guy? Because it was dumb and prejudiced, and I didn't even realize it. And it takes somebody listening to that before they, you know what? Damn, Bob's got a good point there. Maybe I should stop acting like that. Stop being racist and prejudiced. All of that is nonsense, man. It's just so Stupid, immature people do that. And I was very immature at that age. Maybe not 25, but I think I did it well. Yeah, I was about 25. And definitely when I was 24, I was still playing that game. And then when I was 25, it took me till I was 25 before I learned that. My dad never taught it to me. I wish he had. I didn't have that kind of upbringing. So a lot of things I had to learn on my own growing up. And I've been on my own since I was 17. So a lot of you people are like that. You've learned these things on your own in your real life, in your own personal life. And all I can say is God bless and peace out. And I can only hope the very best for everybody out there, but in particular, you Kermit Friends people, the good people out there. Screw the rest of these people. And screw Team Hate, because these people don't have any good intentions. They don't have a good bone in their body. If they tell you they do, they're lying. Guaranteed 1,000% they're lying to you. I've never known Rob to do a single good, decent thing since I've known him, or any of these people for that matter. Ever. Not one time. They've always taken everything and used it for bad. So yeah, I'm flipped out that you put these people in charge of your stupid Kermit Friends Discord. And right now it is stupid, by the way, because nobody likes it. It's a waste of time to go in there. And who the hell is going to invite anybody into a Discord like that? Where are your fans at, Elisa? Once they go into your Discord and learn what kind of Discord you got there, they leave, don't they? They constantly leave. This is like constant. Been that way since I've been in there, because it's always been a very toxic environment. But once Rob DeHaven started getting into your ear, it went from toxic to the worst place you did exist on the internet, and you all heard Emora agree with me, and she's been in all of them just like me. I've been in many of Discords. The most toxic Discord on the planet that I know of, or Emora knows of, or anybody that I've ever talked to has heard of, is Kermit Friends. Ever since Rob DeHaven started talking to Elisa Jordana. That is a fact. And if that don't wake you up, nothing will. That's pretty good tell-all, wasn't it? Hey, again, thank you to all of you people of whose names I'm not going to mention. There's so many of you, actually, that have sent me messages thanking me for being honest and telling the truth about everything across the board. That's what I've done today, and that's what I've done in this video. And I hope this is a good message that helps a lot of you out there. It is aimed at helping Alicia Jordana and so many around. Tricep Bra. People are mad at him for so many things. Bologna Sauce. He needs to straighten his act up too. I don't hate the guy. He's just, nobody likes him because of the way he acts, right? So I don't know. He's more of a John Taylor type. Maybe he needs to go too. Maybe that'd be a good idea to just get rid of him when you restructure your Kermit Friends. And that could be done in days. You have to gut your boat and rebuild it. It don't take long. It's really easy to do, but you got to do it. And there ain't but one way to do that, Elisa. And I promise you, it ain't your way, whatever that is. I could do it so easy. I've done it for so many people in the past. It would blow your mind. I go in and fix people's stuff. I say, see you later. I might run into them 5 years later. Hey, Bob, remember me? Can you refresh my memory? Yeah, man, I'm the guy you helped out. Remember, I had that little group over on Facebook and blah, 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 having all them problems. You come in and help me out. I can even give you a witness. I'll give you the damn phone number in private, Lisa. And you can call one of them and he will tell you all about me. I have a track record for doing this, Elisa. Something you did not know about me until now. I'll bet you nobody out there knew this about me. Imagine that. I've helped so many people out with their groups. It is really, I don't even know how many it is. I've never counted. I've never kept up. So this little Kermit Friends group would be nothing. It would be easy to fix. The group itself would be easy to fix. What's not easy to fix is Elisa, your brain. If you're not thinking right, you're not going to fix your group because you're not going to fix yourself. And you have to take the right steps to, number one, protect yourself. And you did not do that. That's why you don't have a job right now. That's why your mom is grudge watching your show. Everybody hates you, including your own family. And there ain't but one reason for that. That little voice you hear over here, and over here another one, and over here, and back there another one, and back there and over here. You got 5 or so people constantly telling you how bad Bob is. And all the while, it was them very people who were going after your job and your own group. Everybody's fighting with each other now. Man, when I first came in the group, I love Tricep, bro. Where's he at right now? He hardly comments in there. I don't get along with the guy because, hey, Tricep, look at what Bob said. Could be some sock account said something. Or maybe I did say something and he didn't ask me why. He just got mad and came at me, another time because of all of the other rhetoric. This is constant. He's just one of many victims of team hate. They got him a long time ago, by the way. They made him uninterested a long time ago, but he's still hanging in there. I don't see anybody else that wanting to come in there and fix your problems. I don't think Gonzo could do it, but Gonzo would be a big help. We'd be lucky if he would help out. But he doesn't understand these people like I do, so he can never solve that problem for you, and I can't. But you have to do what I suggest to you to do. Period. Or you're never going to ever keep another job. And eventually you're going to submit to Rob behaving one way or the other. Or you're just going to quit working. Is that what you want? Since you're the best thing out of your family according to you, what are you going to be then? You're going to be a nobody. And I've seen it happen to people so many times. So many times. People get big-headed and then fall down to the very bottom. And if you want an example for that, call me. I'll give you an example for that too. Somebody that I know personally, so it's got to be done in private. And you got to respect that privacy for once. See, I come with references and experience, Lisa. Nobody in Team Hate has a fraction of that going for them. Nobody. None of them. Not a one of them. I've had very successful live streams in the past. Not a single one of Team Hate could touch a hair on the bottom of my foot, let alone kiss my ass, when it comes to how many people I've had on live streams in the past on channels. I don't want to hear it. I had over 10,000 people when I was doing my Dallas Cowboys live stream. You want to see a chat busy? Wait till you get 10,000 people in a group. Oh, God. I guess all I could do is wish you the best. Best of luck. Whether you ever call me or contact me and get my help or not, it's up to you. I offered it. I'm done with it. Today's the last time I'm going to talk about this topic. When I shut this video off, I'm not talking about it anymore unless you come ask me for my help. And then you got it. But you're only going to get it one way and one way only. So you better make up your mind if you're ready to kick Team Hate to the curb, because that's what you're going to have to allow me to do. Other than that, nobody's going to be able to help you or fix your show. You might as well cancel your show and go live in a hut somewhere. You know, go act like a cat and, you know, back that coochie up to some guy. Because Rob is not going to allow it. And unless you want him to move in with you and be your massa, literally, your life is over unless you get rid of Team Hate. Period. They're like leeches, and they've already leached and attached your body. It's over. They're in your brain. You're never going to get rid of them until you do the right thing for yourself. Not for me. I don't even care. I'm walking away from it after this video. So, like, if you never come get my help to fix any of these problems for you, or to help you do those things, that is, I don't give a fuck after that. I care now and I'll care later, but I don't, in a way, big fucking deal, right? Like, I don't control your life. I can't make up your mind for you. Nobody can do that. If that's what you're expecting, you are a loony tick. Loony bin. Because you're not going to tick your lips onto my ass, guarantee it. I'm going to pop that little head right on out of there and toss you to the curb after I squash you, right? Because you're a tick. What do you want to tell you guys, man? It's so funny. This whole thing is hilarious. But it's not. This is really serious. I mean, a woman like Elisa can become so depressed that she does think about committing suicide. And if she does commit suicide, I'm pointing the law to Rob DeHaven. And I'm going to get everybody in there as my witness. I can't believe you ran Leaf off. Leaf was more loyal to you than anybody in Team Hate. He was more honest with you than anybody in Team Hate. He went along with all of your BS, plotting against all of your own fans, your own people in your own group. They hate you now because of Rob DeHaven and his so-called, oh, that's content. You want that. And I told you before, when he was doing that before, that is bad content. You need to not use bad content. What did you do? You pushed my advice to the side, and now look at where it got you. I was even right about that, Elisa. So good luck in whatever direction you're going in. I hope you make the right decision, but I do not in any way expect to see it. I can only pray and hope that you make the right decision. I would say to Elisa, come on in the live stream, you're invited. She already knows she can anytime she wants. Well, pretty much, right? So she hasn't done it yet, folks. What's that tell you? She's not looking at, and she's not adding up what I'm telling her like you all are doing. You all are like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. There's Tricep Bra. Well, yeah, actually, that makes sense. And there's Tony. Makes sense. And all of you other people, you think like this. Elisa don't. Elisa is thinking, he said this, he said that, he said that. Connect some dots over here, and we can make this fairy tale with that fairy tale and hand it to Rob. And what do you think? And Rob just delete all of that and say, nope, we're going to do this, 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 and that, and that's content. And he is full of the you know what. She already knows it. He already knows it. You all already know it. But I would lay money that that's the direction she's going to go in. I'll bet anybody that wants to bet me out there, that's the direction she's going to go in. She's got nobody that can produce her show unless Gonzo pops up. That's a smart guy, but does he have the time to deal with all of this? Does he want to do all of that? I doubt it very seriously. No matter what he does with her Discord, no matter what he does with her show, no matter how he organizes the setup of and groups of people that may be needed to get her show going in the right direction, so he can hand it to her on a silver platter, it's not going to stop Rob DeHaven and Team Hate. She can shut her show down. It's not going to stop Rob DeHaven and Team Hate, because they're not after Kermit and Friends. That's like a ice cream dessert after a meal or before you get it. That's like your bonus. Oh, I'll take Kermit Friends. I'll take your live stream. In fact, I can have you fired anytime I want or make you quit. That easy. You understand, Lisa? They're after you. They're not after your show, because if they can get to you, Rob DeHaven's delusional mind is he's going to make millions. Because in his delusional mind, he knows what good content is, and he can make you famous. Has he done that yet? No, and he never will. And every one of his guests are geared towards getting me on your show. And that's never going to happen. Never. Ever. So what's that tell you, Lisa? He's got no content. I'll bet you he can't get Shamrock and AW back on your show, and I'll bet you that I can. I'll bet you that too. I'll bet you $100 I can get AW back on your show. And I bet you cannot do that. I bet Gonzo cannot do that. And he knows how to talk to women. I've heard that guy talk to women. He's quick and he knows every line. That's how he got you to begin with, right? Hey, thumbs up to Gonzo. Smart guy. It's just too bad that I know what happened there, because Lisa's told me, and probably told several of you. It's too bad that, we only heard her version of it and not Gonzo's. But Gonzo, he's a gentleman. Have you noticed that about him, folks? Gonzo, that's one heck of a guy right there. I respect Gonzo so much, because he's not going to come out and tell you why he's separated from Elisa. You only hear why Lisa separated from him, but she still loves him. He still loves her. They're still best friends. That is great news, because I've never separated from a woman I haven't remained good friends with. So if you could do that, you got to have a good heart somewhere in you. You got to. And this is something else that I respect about Elisa, because Gonzo's still friends with her. See? So if I keep mentioning certain names for this, certain names for that, well, there's a reason, obviously. I'm not blinded to the facts. They had Peter brainwashed, and he came after me like I ain't never seen a new guy come after me before. And now me and Peter are really good friends. I really love Peter right now. Like this, if this is Peter, we're going to be friends forever. And I'm really loving Shamrock right now. Like every time I hear her talk, it's just, wow, who would have known, right? She had a brain like that. She's really a smart person. She is very intelligent. In fact, if I was Lisa, I would definitely go to her to look at my video and try to find anything wrong in what I'm saying. And I promise you that will never happen. As smart as she is. See, because I'm also very intelligent. Everybody has their thing. Gonzo knows how to talk to women, and he's very good at trivia. He's great at trivia. Well, so is Charmin. I mean, it's not Charmin. There I go doing it. I apologize, Shamrock. Oh, God. You got Knight over there, Charmin. You got Day over there, Shamrock. Shamrock has her expertise. Okay, and you got to give her that respect, because she's earned it. It's there. Even I can't take those things away from her. I'm not a million years. Y'all call me a nut. You call me crazy. So I don't know what to tell you folks over there at Kermit Friends, but things are not looking too good right now for you guys. And unless y'all can find a way to come back together, y'all are fucked. A lot of your friendships are ruined. Some of the best friendships that I've seen over there are non-existent anymore, and only for one reason. You got it. Team hate. In fact, all across the board, no matter who you are, everything circles right directly around Rob DeHaven, Robert Lee DeHaven, the owner of LibertyRush.com, who he brags about owning, but nobody likes that show. He's never had any sponsors. He tries making up these stories. He's made up like, I don't know, about 10 different stories on me this week alone. Bob went after my sponsor. This is how it legitimizes doing sick sadistic crap like calling the emergency room while I'm in there. There is no excuse for that. I don't give a damn what somebody did to me. I'm never doing that to anybody ever, and I can say that right now. There's never an excuse for that. I called his sponsor and his sponsor stopped sponsoring his show. Or I mean his social network. Let me explain something to you. He's never had a sponsor. And that's a fact. He's always crying and complaining. I know all of his finances, by the way. I bet he don't even know or realize it. He obviously is a sponge brain. And he squashed it too many times, and all of his thoughts went out of his head. You know how I know that? Because he's already told me all of his finances so many times I got sick and tired of hearing it at one time. So that's how you know he's full of the BS. And who called him out on that? I believe that was, who called him out on that? Was that you, Tony? I think that was Tony. Pretty sure that was Tony. See, Tony's smart like that. So is Leaf. Leaf is smart like that. And I'm glad Leaf left, though. I'm glad Leaf left. Not because I'm against Lisa. That is not it. It's the opposite. Because if Leaf didn't leave, it's like the father that never spanked his kid. That kid's going to end up bad almost every time. Leaf just now put you, Alicia Jordana, in your place because he left you. He's done. And unless you do all the right things, get rid of every single member of Team Hate, you got zero chance of Leaf ever coming back. Because they will keep doing this between you and Leaf. Just like they do between you and Cappy. The only thing I got against Cappy is he's the drug mule. So I reported him for that. Okay, I'm done with that. But Cappy's a slick user, only you're a better user, so you were using him. Hey, Leaf exposed that, okay? So I was right about that from the beginning. So I don't want to hear your BS on that, Elisa. Your problem is you don't want to admit it. Whatever the truth is there. Yeah, I was doing it and I fell in love. Okay, whatever. Yeah, he let me down, but I never had let him stick me, so I ain't had that kind of sex in 4 years. I believe you. I don't care about the licking and the kissing and all of that. I really don't. If you say you don't have HIV, I'll take your word for it. Not to the degree that mean you're having sex until you go get checked again. Hell no. I would never do that. I don't even care to have sex with you, to be honest with you. I don't love you like that. If I did, I'd be a horn dog. I would have been horn dogging for you this whole time. Just like you see Kenneth doing every single woman that comes into your Discord. I don't even think that's Kenneth anymore. I think somebody stole his account. Only we know that didn't happen. So somebody's done a job up here on Kenneth. Really bad. And we know that that's Prince and that other guy, that other black guy. There's two black guys that come in. They're friends. Those two are best friends, by the way. And you know it had to be them. And they've got several fake accounts also. But it's also Rob DeHaven and Harry Brogan and those people over there right in his ear. They got his brain messed up. You heard Emora talk about that today. She bare witness to all of those things today. She bare witness to all of that today. I really am very thankful of Emora and all the rest of you out there. That understand what I'm saying and understand the things that I'm getting at here. And the people that have been there long enough that you've seen these things play out. And some of you, all the way back to Quigley, that was Rob DeHaven 100%. And you can't say otherwise because I remember hearing him talk about it. And even Emora heard them bragging about it over there on their own live stream. She said, yeah, I've heard that name. I said, really? Where? Rob DeHaven talking about with all of the Team Hate over there. Duh. So we know for a fact he may have been the very first victim, but I know there was a couple of others over there that were also victims. That guy that used to sing with Wappy Flanker. Now I know them two separated out of personal problems. However, a lot of them problems didn't even exist at one time until Rob DeHaven started talking to that guy. And that guy developed problems with Wappy Flanker. It wasn't the other way around until then. Oh, John Taylor went over to Wappy, or it might be vice versa, but they went over to Wappy Flanker, started talking to him about the other guy. Well, look, if he's going to say that, hey, this is what we see him doing that you need to go after. So then now them two went after him. Boy, they never did stop. They broke up, right? Guess who did that? Rob DeHaven and Team Hate. Every single time that you guys have been good friends and fell apart, Rob DeHaven is at the damn center of it every single time, 100% of the time, 100% of the time. I've never seen two people that were good friends start arguing and then separate and dislike each other or hold a grudge on each other since I've been in Kermit Friends, that Rob DeHaven wasn't right smack dab in the center of it along with Team Hate. And the main character that porn bombs me is Rick Murray, a.k.a. Dumpster Rick. He's the guy I got to worry about. That's why I got to be very careful who I bring into my live stream. I can't just somebody pop up back there backstage and, oh, I don't know who that is. It's a picture of a baseball, and I just bring you up here because he's going to hurry up, click that button while he's holding up a Playboy magazine or something like that. Two men having sex, or a woman and a man, or two women, or whatever. And then while he's doing that, they're waiting to hit that button to report me for porn so they can hurry up and get me reported before I delete the video. But that never works because I always go over and delete the video right away. I've never got a strike on that. But one time, and I didn't know any better at the time, but it's never going to happen again. That was years ago, but it's never going to happen again. It was about, 3 years ago plus, I think, right at about 3 years ago. I think it's been over 3 years. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. It's been over 3 years ago, maybe almost 4 years ago now. I'll still be porn bomb since then, but ain't got a strike against it. I'm smarter than that. I learned my lesson the first time, something you did not do, Elisa. And all of you people over at Kermit Friends, none of you should be even arguing about anything. You allowed these guys to manipulate you people to the point you're all fighting and you hate each other. Oh, I'm going to kick that motherfucker's ass. Shut the fuck up. And if y'all just realize that it's this outside groups of people playing you against each other, maybe then you'll wake up and stop acting like a bunch of little children in an elementary class that's just, I hate you because you stole my Hot Wheel. Damn, man. Here, I'll give you another one. Here, take two. Will that end the dispute here? Yeah, I'd like that, Hot Wheel. Thank you. Don't come back tomorrow saying that again, or I'm gonna beat your ass. You dig? That's the way this works in real life. You people don't operate by them rules. You don't have no rules. You don't got no line that can be crossed. You know what you got? You got a friendship to where somebody whispers in this guy's ear. He starts yelling at that guy, and then he goes, "What the hell? He's yelling at me. It accused me of this, I don't understand." And then you got a group then starts yelling at this guy in his ear or talking to him, sweet talking several people in different directions. Like, here comes Dumper Rick. Hey, buddy, I'm your buddy over here. Nobody else can talk to me. Okay, Rick, how you doing, buddy? You got another guy whispering over here. That's got to be John Taylor. And then back over here, Rick says, hey, buddy. Hey, John is really the nicest guy you ever met. Everything you heard about him was just played up nonsense. And they'll give you every reason in the book, right? Well, now you got to accept this friendship to accept what he's saying. And now you got to believe what they're saying. So now you start. And then here comes the third one, right? Before you can even think about all that, they get you off on a complete other topic of why you should hate that other guy. So now that's what you're thinking about instead of backing out and thinking about this. So get the fuck out of here, all of you. If you did that, then you could go back over to your buddy and tell him to get rid of them motherfuckers, and y'all could be friends again. It's that easy, really. It really is that easy. I promise to God, it is that easy. But you guys allow these people to come into Kermit and Friends and manipulate you. Because that's what they do. And again, I've seen these people do it many times to many people. Me included. They tried to do that on me so bad, but it didn't work. So they went batshit crazy. Well, if we can't do it to Bob, how are we going to do it to her? Well, Bob ain't Elisa. That's why they were able to do that. Not only to Elisa, but every single one of you Kermitarians. They suckered you. They played you against each other and turned you against each other. And until Elisa kicks them to the curb, that's not going to change. Never going to change. None of this is going to change, even if she ends Kermit and Friends. If she deleted her Kermit and Friends Discord, nothing's going to change, ever, until she kicks every single one of them to the curb. I promise you that, at least. That's what you got to do to begin to fix your problems. But the day you kick all of them to the curb, that's the day you won your life back. Or began to, anyway. There's a little bit more to it than that. But I'm only going to discuss that with you in private. And you're going to have to respect that private chat because you're going to want to. It'll be the first time that you really want to protect that private chat if it ever happens. Because that ain't never happening unless you tap me on the shoulder. And that's my offer of friendship. It's the best I can do. I don't know of anything. Can anybody make a better offer to somebody like Elisa Jordana than that? Besides Gonzo, he'd be the only one. I don't think so. See? And I like Gonzo. But with or without Gonzo, you got people that can help rebuild your show, and you can get your life back under control. But trolling your very own people, you know what that's called, Elisa? That's called dipping out of your own basket. Put it this way. You got to walk down the street to get to the farm. So you got to walk past this little bitty town and a bunch of houses of people that live there. So you said, well, I got to take the trailer today because we're going to collect them peaches down there on that little piece I got over there. I'm growing peaches on. So you go and you guys collect, your workers collect all of these peaches. You load up the wagon. It's a big, long wagon. Now you're headed back home. And you got to have those peaches to make your money, to make your to make your profit, to even pay for your bills, to pay for your ranch, to pay for everything you need to grow these peaches. For everything, you got to have those peaches to sell. But instead of doing that, you come up to the first house, and damn, Daddy don't get paid till tomorrow, and those little kids are just starving to death. You got to give them a couple of peaches, so you give them a couple of peaches. And then the neighbor says, well, damn, what about me? You gave them peaches. What, you don't like me? And then you say no to him, and he's flipping you off, calling you names, and you just feel bad because, oh, God, this guy's bad naming me. What is everybody going to think? Really, you shouldn't even give a damn. You spell out, screw you, you old fart. Right, keep on going, but you don't do that. You give him peaches. Next thing you know, you gave everybody in the town peaches. You get back, you only got a few peaches. Won't even pay your bills. Might as well eat the son of a bitch yourself. It's called dipping into your own basket. It's like starting a football game, but you give the enemy or the other team, the opposition, 100 points before you start the game. You're never going to win that game, by the way. No, ever. You're never, ever going to win that game. Because you gave it all away. Before you even started, you gave it away. That's what you've done, Elisa. You're not going to get this back unless you give me a call and tap me on the shoulder, and I'll be more than willing to talk to you. We can do it private. We can do it in open public. I don't care. But there's more to this than what I've told you so far. But if I don't hear from you, I guess you don't care about that. We don't need to talk about it, right? Okay, we're good, right? We're good. So everybody, be happy. Don't worry about these people over there if you don't know them. And if you do, well, I mean, if you stay or go, who cares? You know, it comes down to that. They even got to Wolfie and people like him, those kind of guys. Could you imagine that? They almost got to Fitness Frank, but they didn't. There's a lot of people over there. I can name after name, but what's the use of naming everybody's name? We know what's going on over there. And only one person and one group that is dead center of all of those problems. That's right, folks. I'll catch you on the next go around. God bless and peace out. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And actually, I wouldn't even do that much if I were you, to be honest with you. But hey, to each their own, baby. That's why we live in this wonderful country of America, to where you have the freedom and choice to be who you want to be. And I support that. That's why I support Elisa. Believe it or not. That's how I feel in my heart. I got no hate or discontent against Elisa, woman or man. I'm never going to go down the he-she way. Oh, no. No. But, I mean, we can be friends, right? I could care about this person, right? And this person can care about me. Is that okay? I think it is. But I'm going to leave it right there, and I'm done with it, folks, all right? That is it. Next time you hear any words out of my mouth will be about the guests that she has on her show, if any of them have the balls to show up. Because I don't think Jeremy Harrell really wants to show up there, because if he does, I am going to lay into that guy like y'all have never heard in your entire life. And every single person that Rob DeHaven invites onto that show, I'm going to end them quicker than they even thought about going onto that show. But that's just all in fun, right? Yeah, we can't take it personal, can we? Jeremy Harrell. T is 100% behind you too, Elisa. That's why I can no longer trust her, man. Because you're doing all the wrong things with the wrong people. I'm supposed to trust her when she's with you, and no, don't add up. There's that math. It goes the opposite direction. Okay, so don't be mad at me, Yelly. I just know what's up. I'm smart like that. Okay, I'll catch y'all later, folks. Bye bye. Poor Lisa.